There we go.
So welcome back to What Lies Below, the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. Wait, that's whose line it is anyway. Fuck, hold on. Same thing. Where we last left off, you guys had a pretty eventful last session. You acquired your out-of-sight weapons and other materials and other stuff from the camp, and then set off for floor 3. Floor 2 was pretty interesting because you didn't encounter any obstacles in your path. It's like the floor had been cleared out or something. There were no monsters. There was nothing. And eventually you arrived at the Guardian's temple, and you find it to be basically completely destroyed, more or less annihilated. There's no sign of the Guardian, and then eventually you discover that the map upstairs that you had previously messed with has no pieces present, and its magic appears to be completely gone. After some investigating, Rel finds a secret passage into a chamber where they find the Guardian. During this investigating, you also found an unseen servant, which you dispelled. In this Guardian's chamber, it's lined with, arms and armor and everything else. Amalia finds a sword that seems to have its own kind of weird magical glow, and eventually you grab it and discover that it is a key to reactivating the Guardian or reconstituting her soul. You do reactivate the Guardian, who is now, I believe they describe her attitude at the moment as fucking pissed off. And you exit the temple following her into floor 3, in which you walk into a mass of kind of, not strong winds, but swirling winds and snow, and find yourself staring at a frozen forest.
Huzzah! No heat.
It is very cold here. Imagine like Alaska in the winter, and that's kind of what you're getting here. It's definitely in the negatives in terms of Fahrenheit. I don't know the Celsius scale off the top of my head, but it's also negative if I recall, because zero Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so yeah, you're like way in the negatives in Celsius as well.
Negative 40 or so is the same in Celsius and Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's a little bit warmer than that, but you honestly aren't really able to tell the difference because it's just so fucking cold. It's blizzard levels of cold. Not the company. They're way colder than that.
Snap.
You see the Guardian take a couple of steps forward and look around, and she seems almost befuddled for a moment. She seems to be looking for something, and you watch her kind of make several visual passes over the forest entrance. And right now you're kind of outside the forest. There's still a few trees around you, but it's very, very sparse right now. And the forest gets much thicker just a few, like 30 or 40 feet ahead of you, is where the forest seems to actually start. Looking around, it is snowing. An important point of order: you do not see any kind of ceiling. The sky looks like gray fog, basically. You do see far walls way out in the distance, at least what looks like walls. It's hard to tell. There are vague shapes, but again, it mostly just looks like a kind of dim gray fog. But it definitely doesn't look like just open air necessarily.
Also, as a note, in a little dome around us, it is not snowing.
Yes, important point of order. And I will go ahead. I thought about this earlier. I will go ahead and say that that does extend to any precipitation. Rain, snow, whatever else, sleet, hail, etc.
Cool. Love
So
it.
that just makes
Is that a
sense.
Rel thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what? I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm. So you see like Rel walk out for a moment, and Rel, you've not used this ability before, I don't think. You walk out and you kind of reach out. You almost feel this kind of basic connection with like the storm around you. It's not quite a storm, but it feels like one that's brewing. And you feel this almost weird kind of intrinsic connection with it. And you reach out for a second to see if you can maybe grasp some elements of this storm. And you find that you can play with the threads just a little bit. And a small dome appears around you as the precipitation, the snow that's falling, kind of starts to skirt around you instead of falling directly on you.
That's no fun. Snow is meant to be played with.
And
Neat.
furthermore,
Fun
you
for your
you do find kind of playing with this, you can make the snow fall in like specific directions around you as well. It's not super controllable. You're not like summoning a blizzard or anything, but you can like play with the direction the snow is falling. You can make it kind of almost not necessarily fall slower, but fall less or fall more in some areas. You do seem to have some basic grasp on the snowfall itself and the winds.
Well, that's interesting.
The Guardian stops and watches you and just kind of shrugs for a second. Are you a stormbender?
Sure, let's go with that.
It defeats the purpose, right? Snow is meant to be enjoyed on the skin.
Then enjoy it.
So, like, could I open up a pocket so that it only falls on Eve?
Yeah, 100%.
Alright, I do that.
There's just like you know how in cartoons you sometimes see like a little storm following people around over their heads. There's now that. It's just like a column of snow falling directly on you as everyone is walking.
You literally makes a snowball and throws it at her.
Would it dissipate when it passes through that like section?
No, because that's not really snowfall. At that point, that's
Okay.
like you're not controlling the
Snow
storm.
force.
That's a projectile. You can load that into an artillery cannon and kill someone. Like
Oh, there are snowball cannons.
it's true. The Guardian takes another. I need to roll. Hold on. The Guardian takes another pass over the forest and the snow before she kind of her anger seems to almost subside, seems to almost cool with the temperature, and she plants her sword in the snow and looks back to all of you. I do not know where she is.
You're looking for tracks or something?
Anything.
Anything. Can I do a perception check?
You most certainly can. Anybody that would like to can.
Okay, I'm gonna get advantage with Yin because
Okay.
she is proficient in it.
Realistically, I don't think Ro would be able to see shit.
That's fine.
That's awkward.
Your Phoenix like,
That's not
What's
the
up?
right token.
oh,
Or the right. I meant to do that with the whole.
it's fine. You can reroll. It's okay.
No, that was Amalia's sheet. It was just with the Phoenix
Oh,
really
okay.
picked.
I got you. Interesting.
Wait. I can do. Where is it?
I can do
Let me see if I
Oh,
need
shit.
to move y'all down.
I can do shadow.
My fucking Phoenix is better at perception than me.
Mm-hmm.
And it could
This
also
is
give you
horseshit.
advantage if you wanted. If it's proficient in it.
I didn't know that. Is it proficient?
I don't know, it should say in proficiencies.
It probably is. I think you were using an owl's stat block for your Phoenix. I'm pretty sure, or a Raven. I don't
You're using
remember.
a Raven.
I don't remember. Looking around, neither of you actually see anything that could indicate anyone's been through here. In fact, the snowfall, except for where you've been, is almost a perfect blanket. It looks like nothing is disturbed.
It's possible she was flying. Because I think the guy said that she was flying last time.
The Guardian just seems to be frustratedly, just continuously looking around. Or the Guardian, fucking Yulai.
She is a type of guardian.
She is.
Guys, I think there might be gargoyles down here. If she was flying, wouldn't her body, like, wouldn't the, I don't know how to word that. Me as a person doesn't even know how to,
What are you trying
That's
to
her.
ask?
like, Wouldn't it leave kind of like miniature snowbanks or something if she were to fly through because wind and...
Amalia's reasonably in. What's your intelligence?
Uh,
I think it's like 12 or something, right?
it's 10.
Oh, okay. So you're like
It's-
average intelligence.
It's not that I don't know if Amalia would know this. I don't even know this. My intelligence isn't high enough.
The wind would level out the snow.
Mm-hmm. You can roll an intelligence check for Amalia if you like.
Well, it's been a little while.
Yeah, so you look around, you're like, whoa, if she was flying, there would be like flying tracks, like a there has to be, right? Because she would leave like prints in the snow because she's zooping.
Exactly what I would say.
I don't think that's how that works.
Maybe I shouldn't play an intelligence-based wizard.
You just pats Amalia's head. That's not how that works. Okay. At least I don't think that's how that works.
And like with that conversation, you do kind of look around, and Amalia, you do notice that the footprints from when you came into this area are already gone.
Okay.
Yeah, the winds here are blowing like semi-strong. They're not like gale force winds or anything, but they're strong winds. They're strong enough to cause your face to burn with the cold, and they're noticeable. And you do see them blowing around these little bits of snow. The snowfall is also fairly heavy. It obscures vision heavily, and it rapidly builds up. Like there's already like a fairly good amount on Yu's shoulders.
I can imagine my bird being underneath that, along with Yin.
Yeah, your raven is just like there's just like a pile of snow slowly accumulating on its head, and every now and then it's just like shakes it off, spreads its wings real quick, and
As a note too, I would have the wind blowing at our backs.
Okay.
And I have a hood pulled up and shit. So.
Gotcha. So the wind's coming from behind you now, whereas before it was coming from your left. As you exited the cave, the wind was blowing fairly heavily from your left. Now it's blowing from behind you. Are you decreasing the wind speed at all, or?
I cannot do that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's a control weather thing, I think.
It blows in that direction until... Yeah, I have no ability to alter the speed. It's just, it blows in that direction. Until in my next turn.
Okay.
Is this room just full of trees, or?
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of expanding your vision out, taking one more pass over. You come out of a cave, which was about 10 feet wide, so wide enough for Yuli to go through by herself, or like two of you could have gone through the entrance to the cave or the exit to the cave. And when you emerge out, you find to your backs is a wide stone wall, and I mean it is gargantuan in scope. You look up and you see that the wall just goes on and on and on into the gray sky, and to your left and to your right, it also disappears into gray fog. You can't see anything to your left and to your right in terms of walls. To the back end of this huge cavern above the tree line, you do see what looks like probably more stone wall, but again, there's mist and there's this gray kind of fog hovering above everything, and that seems to kind of block your perception in that direction as well. In front of you, there is just trees. There's a few trees outside of the tree line, but about a little bit under 100 feet from the cave's exit, the forest begins to get really dense, and you can't really make out anything inside the forest itself. It's more just like there's a bunch of trees in front of you, and it's like a fairly even line of trees. It almost looks artificial in nature.
Okay, so two options. We can either go through the forest, or we follow the wall and see if we can't find a way the fuck out of here.
And Rel turns to the Yuli. So what exactly is on this floor?
She turns to you and she looks... You can't see an expression, but you can read her body language itself, the way she's holding her shoulders and stuff, and in a very kind of almost somber voice, I no longer have any idea.
She's been down here for centuries. You expect
The floors move around frequently. Move. They shift and change.
Oh boy.
Once every year or so, as far as I know.
That's not as frequent as I thought it was going to be. All right.
I want to dig underneath the snow.
Okay, sure. You start digging underneath the snow. You dig and you dig and you dig. You get about, let's see, how deep would this be? I don't know. That's what dice are for. Okay. Yeah, you get about 5 feet down and you don't find any ground. The snow is really hard packed. It's like underneath it. Once you've hit like 3 feet, it's just ice basically. Do you keep going? You'd have to like chip through the ice.
Yeah.
You're literally going into a hole. Kind of like how you went in a hole with dead bodies.
So just roll me a strength check to see how quickly you accomplish this.
Not very quickly.
Zhao's gonna help as well.
Oh, okay.
Zhao kind of steps forward. Let me help you.
Okay. Once my character sheet loads.
Just roll 20 problems. Bean burritos are the best. 15, not bad. Okay, great. So you find that there is a layer of ice a couple feet beneath the snow, and you start chipping through it. You accomplish this task fairly quickly with the help of Zhao. You and him manage to like scoop out a bunch of snow, and you have your digging tools. Your pickaxes, as strong as they are and as sharp as they are, they chip through this ice like no problem. It is kind of interesting. You do notice the ice almost has like an iridescent color to it occasionally. It seems like when you strike it sometimes, there's this almost not quite rainbow, but iridescent pattern that appears on the ice every now and then. But it doesn't seem to offer, any differences. It's just normal ice as far as you know. And eventually you get several feet down. This takes you like probably about 15 minutes before finally you hit something. And you kind of clear out that little area, and you find that there is a layer of black stone underneath the ice, and it is jet black stone.
Obsidian?
Is it obsidian?
Obsidian has a very reflective quality. This is not reflective; it's very matte. So,
like bedrock,
kind of bedrocky, yeah. Granite can get this dark. You know of a couple different stones that get this dark, especially with your recent stint in like stone hell.
Interesting.
That's not weird at all.
Interesting. I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic. The ice is magical. It is giving off an aura of transmutation, and the stone itself is magical, also an aura of transmutation, divination, and abjuration.
Oh no!
What about the sword?
Is it Yuli's sword that you're looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at Yuli's sword. There is faint magical essences within it, but it's no longer like burning with magical energy like it was.
Damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately, this does not appear to be some kind of magic weapon, more of a key.
I wasn't hoping it was magical. I was hoping I could use it for other things.
Oh, there's faint magical essences within it. There's slight magical energies, just nothing just overt or powerful.
Okay. You said transmutation on the ice?
Yeah, the ice is transmutation magic, and the stone is transmutation, divination, and abjuration.
Yeah, cool. I want to cast. So I have that. I should have that. I don't have that. Right. Hey, Zhao.
Yes.
So there's some magic here mixed in with the ice. Can you try dispelling it?
Sure. Yeah, he like takes a section of ice and points it out and casts Dispel Magic. And it's specifically on the ice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The section of ice that he points at, it's like a 5 foot by 5 foot section. It's a fairly large cube of ice, essentially. Immediately loses all of its magical properties. And you notice that the iridescent sheen that you were seeing before is just gone.
And that's it?
Nothing immediately happens. Okay, I think it worked. I'm pretty sure. Why, what do you think it was?
Do you remember that, Do you remember that, do you all remember that place we were in where, like, the terrain around us was, like, all altered?
Which one? We had a few. Are you talking about the safe place where we felt nice and comfortable, or
No, the one where we looked into the pool.
I like the illusion place?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean where that coral drake was?
No, there is an illusion place.
Oh,
where
that one,
the terrain,
yes.
none of the walls were real and shit.
Oh yeah, the one with the ooze, and weird figures of you guys, right? Right?
Yeah.
What about it?
Well, we know Haruka is capable of making illusions manifest.
Oh, shit. Let me see if Zhao's smart enough to really figure that out. Oh, yeah, that's a natural 20. Okay, you go. Oh, fuck. Okay. I see why you wanted me to do that.
So, what schools of magic did you say the bedrock was giving off?
Bedrock is abjuration, divination, and transmutation. Whereas the ice is just transmutation. Oh god.
For her to set something up this massive would be very difficult.
I can't look at his sheet right now. What's Zhao's Arcana?
It is 1.
Okay, that's a 4. So I don't know anything about illusion magic. I don't use that shit.
She did kind of, kill a lot of people in the camp.
Yeah, but if this room is as big as it looks, that's still a lot of snow and a lot of ground to...
Well...
No, she is several days ahead of us, so...
So you think this is an illusion?
Perhaps? I can't make an Arcana check here, can I?
You could.
Neat. Hey, Amalia.
Oh no, what's up?
Let me bounce some ideas off you.
Okay.
That was my way of asking for help.
Yeah, sure. Just ask the person with no fucking intelligence for help.
I mean,
are you proficient in Arcana?
You're proficient in
Yeah.
Arcana, dork.
Somehow. I don't know why I'm proficient in Arcana.
Amalia's just like
29.
What the fuck? Hello? So, like, you and Amalia start to talk about this. And Amalia, normally you're like... You doubt yourself very often. But you are actually keeping up with Rel in this conversation. Rel's pretty smart when it comes to arcane bullshit.
Arcana bullshit.
Yeah, arcane bullshit is the term that we were assigning to all magic. But Rel kind of starts to posit a theory, and before she even finishes it, you're like, oh, I wonder, maybe you're right. And both of you kind of eureka at the same moment. There is a spell that could accomplish what you're talking about here. It is an enormously powerful spell that only some of the strongest spellcasters could ever even dream of casting. But you know that Haruka is one of those insanely powerful spellcasters. You've read about it a handful of times. It's called Mirage Arcane, and it is a spell that is capable of producing miles of illusory terrain. And what's more is the most powerful illusionists in the world are known to be able to manipulate illusions even as large as this to become reality.
That's not even a 9th level spell. What the fuck?
I think it's 7th, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mirage Arcanum's really good.
It is, in my personal opinion, outside of 9th level spells, it's the strongest sub 9th level spell in the game, hands down. It's absolutely insane when you combine it with Illusionary Wizard, or School of Illusion, rather. It's game breaking.
Yep.
Shit's
like
nuts.
It's about to be.
You guys out of character, out of campaign here. You guys in Ashwinter experienced Mirage Arcanum once.
Yep.
Whenever you were traveling to meet the Guardian, you had to walk through a forest that was created specifically with Mirage Arcanum, or Mirage Arcane, whichever one.
Yeah, which was really weird when I, dispelled it.
Yeah. Well,
Dispel a portion of it.
Yeah, dispelling Mirage Arcane doesn't dispel the whole thing necessarily. It dispels portions of it usually, which is a holdover from previous editions. I think in 5e it's supposed to dispel the whole thing, but that's dumb. Especially once it's been solidified into reality, because you can't dispel reality.
So,
let me go make sure my shit's right when it comes to School of Illusion. Yep, they can do that. Fuck, that's so OP. Alright, anyway.
So we know that Haruka is probably able to do this. However, Yulai also said that this changes about once a year.
It does.
So
Go ahead.
It's a safe bet that it probably is Haruka, but that doesn't mean that
it wasn't, or was. Yeah, it wasn't.
It could have also been. I don't remember his name. He didn't have a name.
Master.
Master?
Yes,
Yeah, it could have been the Master.
The Master is capable of such feats. With a snap of his fingers, he could do this. I'm not familiar with this floor, but there are many that I have not encountered.
Would the Master use magic to modify floor in any way?
He does it all the time.
Okay.
I still think we should play it safe in case it was Haruka.
Let's just say it is and isn't.
It could Let's just say they both did it, because fuck us.
She looks to the group. Do any of you have the ability to detect life?
What kind of life?
Any life.
Like
I'm
sentient?
weary of traps. Sentient, yes.
I think Zhao can detect evil and good.
I could. I don't think I have that prepared today.
He actually does.
Oh fuck! Wait, no. That's right. I got it this morning. Yeah. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
It's been prepared for a while.
Shh. Zhao doesn't pay much attention to what's going on. Zhao's just here for coins and drugs. Zhao things. Let me check the wording on
Does
what is it?
Haruka
Detective
count as
Needle?
evil?
Yeah, here, I'll bang it.
Thank you. Okay, so it is specific creature types. Okay. Aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Okay. Yeah, I have the ability to look around and like detect if there are people, like not people, but anti-people. Bad things, good things, weird things, spooky things, just not normal people.
Does Haruka count as a fae?
Elves traditionally don't count as fae if they're outside of the Feywild, but there's no Feywild here. I would say no. Elves don't really count as fae themselves.
Damn it. This is stupid.
I will say she does have 2 creature types though.
Well, I mean, that's I think that's the best we got, yeah?
I mean, I can use it. It's pretty short range, but it might warn us in advance if there's some kind of, I don't know, like surprise attack or something. It's useful.
Detect magic doesn't last very long, does it? Well, that's 10 minutes. That's still a long time.
Detect evil and good is basically just detect magic, but for these creatures. 30 feet, less 10 minutes. It also penetrates most barriers, so that's that's useful to you. I could cast it if you want me to.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second, I don't cast this one often. And he takes out a oh, excuse me. He takes out a little symbol out of one of his pouches, and he just clasps it in his hand for a second. And you watch his hand glow with a kind of this pale radiance for a moment, and then his eyes are glowing now, and he's looking around. Let's see, if there is. Okay, so it's not just visual; it's just automatically knows the location.
Mm-hmm.
Does it know exact location? Yeah, as well as where the creature. Damn, that's pretty good. Yeah, his eyes glow for a second, and then he looks around and he sniffs the air. There's nothing here right now. That doesn't mean that there won't be in a minute.
Oh, what does that mean?
That means that it's short range. I can only do it for like 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll just keep, I'll keep looking.
Okay.
Could you roll a perception check for Zhao as well?
Oh no.
I don't think he rolled one earlier. Nice. So Zhao, as he's looking around, he's like looking for celestials, fae, etc., etc. He does catch sight of something, and he points it. What's that? And he points to one tree in particular, and you notice that in a sea of nearly perfect trees, this tree has a series of heavy, what look like claw marks along the side of it.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Big claw marks. Good.
Yeah, they're deep too. They're like this tree is probably like 15 foot wide, so it's a big ass tree, and these claw marks are probably like a solid like 7 or 8 inches deep into it.
Is it the claw marks that look odd, or is it just the tree in general?
It's just the claw marks. They're very out of place because everything else here
I
is
was asking
spotless.
like Zhao. I don't know.
Oh,
if
sorry.
He can, yeah, I don't know if it works like detect magic or not.
He just points it out as like it's just very strange because there's no other marks or anything on any of these trees.
Oh, that was okay.
Yeah, that one was just that was him looking around, and I figured I'd give him a perception check at the same time.
Possible there's an ambush predator somewhere in here, if that's the case. Kind of like
Great.
with that displacer thingy.
I would like to go home.
You said they were large, right? Like how large? Are we talking like
The claws
displacer
themselves,
beast large?
yes, we are talking like displacer beast large, or really fucking huge ass bear.
How fucking cold is it again?
It's really cold.
Oh boy.
It's like negative 10 Fahrenheit.
If I had to guess, there's probably more than one of those creatures here. We should be on the lookout for those displacer beasts that go invisible and literally.
I would like to go home, please.
Just fighting one of those things was a nightmare.
Maybe we just get Tyan to come down here and kill Haruka, right?
I don't know.
Oh, and she have to do the heavy lifting?
What was that? What was that, you?
I said, and she do all the heavy lifting? Besides,
yeah, that'd be great.
She said she'd be busy with another way down. Remember?
I don't like
Literally far stronger than us, and yet want to sit on their asses.
Is she far stronger? Maybe she's not. Maybe she's actually just faking.
Oh, I thought you said, did she fart stronger? I was like, I don't know.
Does she fart stronger than me? There is no fart stronger than my own. Anyways. That's why they call me Big Tooth. The Guardian has marched forward several, a couple dozen feet at this point. She's standing near the edge of the forest, and you watch her slam her sword down into the ground and twist it, and this kind of vortex spins around her really quickly and just eliminates snow in like a pretty wide area around her on the ground. And she bends down and she starts to kind of poke at the rock and the ice and stuff.
That's one way to do it, I guess. All right.
Well, as I said, we either follow the wall, or we try to make it through the forest. That may be just an illusion. With ambushing predators.
Yay.
I
can't see invisibility.
Okay. You cast see invisibility and look around again. Roll perception. Do so with advantage this time.
I didn't look around the first time, but
okay, that's fine.
Sure. That's a 6.
Fucking oof. You do not see anything notable with your see invisibility, except for the trees up at the top of them. You kind of are looking around and you catch some movement. There's these little strange tiny creatures, probably no bigger than your thumb, that are all just hovering around the trees right now. But they're all hovering at the top like fireflies almost. You can't get a really good look at them because they're still pretty far away. The trees are fairly large. And so these things are like 50, 60 feet away from you. So you can't get like a solid visual on them, but they look like really tiny people, maybe? And there's dozens of them. Like a swarm of gnats almost.
Do they look like Rue?
From this distance it's hard to really get a good look. But like that's the first thought that springs into your mind is oh, those might be like Rue's people.
I point that out to everyone.
Okay. Chet looks up and he goes, I don't see anything.
Yeah, there's like some tiny winged people.
Oh.
I don't know.
Are you forgetting we can't see that?
No, I think she's just pointing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do about it, but at least we know.
Yeah, they all seem to have taken a keen interest in your arrival as well. They're kind of buzzing around. Like, imagine a bunch of people in like town square just watched a wreck happen, and now they're kind of like all just gathering around, looking at the wreck, like, "Ooh, what's going on here?"
I wave at them.
Make make a persuasion check here.
All right.
Let's see. Okay.
That's a 24.
Oh, nice. You wave at them, and a couple of them like realize that you can see them and freak out and just spaz out and run away. A handful of them stay. Like there's like 6 or 7 at the top of the tree you're looking at right now, and you watch one of them kind of seem to almost hesitate, and then it flies down a little bit closer, and you start to get a much better look at it. They do look really similar to Rue. Their wings are very different than Rue's. But other than that, they look virtually identical. They're basically like tiny elf people with wings. They have a slight glow to them, very, very slight. And one of them approaches you, looks like maybe a male, has a big fucking beard compared to his body size. And he's carrying a very tiny bow in his hands. And he kind of loosens an arrow that he had knocked. And then gives you a very, very slight bow back.
How close is he?
He's within probably about 30 feet now, whereas he was like 60 or 70.
Hi.
You hear something, but the projection of this creature's voice is not particularly strong. Being that it's the size of your thumb, basically. It does. You can see its lips move, but you cannot understand what it's saying. It's just.
I'm afraid I can't hear you. Can you come a little bit closer? We're not going to hurt you.
Well, you might want to make sure to tell us exactly where it is so we don't accidentally walk into it.
Did roll a 24. Okay. The creature kind of stops for a second, hesitates some more, and then turns back to the others, and you see him make a series of hand gestures, and then begins to float towards you pretty rapidly. And Jaw goes, "Oh wait! I can see it's there's a fake creature." And eventually the creature is within like 10 or 15 feet of you. He seems to be keeping a wary distance, and while he had unknocked the arrow, he now has an arrow knocked but not drawn. And the arrows, as a note, like these things are like literally as big as like a splinter. They're super tiny. And he addresses you. "What are you doing here in our forest?"
Well, you see, we're looking for a woman who passed through.
Let me here. "A woman passing through here?"
Yeah.
He stops for a second and slowly kind of approaches you. He's fluttering. His wings look like dragonfly wings. Whereas Rue's are much closer to like kind of dragonfly butterfly kind of thing. He gets closer and closer to you and reaches out one hand, unknocks the arrow, reaches out one hand, and you see his hand glow for a second.
Is there any visual indication that they're there? Do you notice that?
No, there is no visual indication. Pretty much whatsoever. Like they're small enough where the snowflakes aren't even disturbed. He reaches out a hand and glows for a second, and he kind of slowly begins to back away from you again. "There was a woman here some time ago. We hid from her."
Did she cause all of the snow?
"No, the forest has been like that.
Oh.
For as long as we can remember."
Okay. Do you know which way she went?
kind of like chews on his tongue for a second and turns around to the others and breathes just a sigh and turns back to you. If it'll get you out of our forest that way. And he points. It's kind of a if the direction you came in from was south, this would be like a northwestern direction.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Okay. 16. He appears to be telling the truth, but he also there's something. He seems to be extremely cautious of you in particular. Almost scared.
Yeah, out of character. Did he cast Detect Intentions on me?
Not detect intentions. But there's a similar ability.
Does it detect alignment?
Kind of, yeah.
Alright.
Out of character. These are sprites.
Yeah, I figured that's what he was doing when he raised his hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Too bad I can't see one. I can hear you though.
You do know. Well, out of character, I'll just tell you, sprites have something called heart sight, and they can detect your not just your alignment, but like your very state of being, essentially. Like your motivations, intentions, and everything. That's where Rue's ability to detect intentions came from.
Oh, buddy, that is a complex pot of mumbo jumbo.
They're very good at doing it though, and they're very good at breaking down people's motivations quickly.
Would Realm know this?
You can roll a this would be a religion check specifically.
Fuck it. That's a 9.
Yeah, you've never encountered anything like to you. This is just, these are ruse people.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh. About how long ago did she pass?
It was. Give me one moment, and he kind of flits back to the group, and eventually comes back with a second person. This time, it looks like maybe a younger male, and he kind of pushes the younger male forward and says, "You tell her." And the younger ones, in your time, it would have been about 6 or 7 hours, I think.
That's it?
What?
It was not long ago.
Interesting. All right. What did she look like?
She was an elvish woman. She had fire red hair, and she was wearing a black drape cloak thing. She was very brittle looking. Sick, maybe.
Interesting.
I thought she should be able to.
As I think the effects were only temporary.
Yeah, she doesn't have the full axe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you very much. Is there something troubling you and your people? Aside from us, of course.
Only the outsiders that continue to come through our forest.
All right. Well,
Can you tell us what made that? I point to the. I can't hear them, but I can see. I can see them, but I can't hear them.
Yeah, you can see Rel talking to basically the air.
Is the air replying?
You guys are far enough away to where you don't hear specifics, but you do hear like something. It's almost like hyper quiet whispers.
Okay. So we know that she isn't really talking. Well, she might be talking to the wind, but
equipment of the word. Yeah, so they don't have silence; they just have invisibility. Okay, yeah. So you would hear some replies. You just can't make out specifics because you guys are still like several feet away from Rel.
Right. My companion wanted to know what made those claw marks in the tree.
The older one, the boy looks like he's about to speak, but the older one kind of pushes him backwards for a second. This is the creature that haunts our forest. There are many of them. They're large, panther-like beasts with many tails.
Goody.
They can go invisible, though you seem to have methods to combat that.
Yeah.
But they hunt.
So they're terrorizing you then?
They cannot reach us, but they do terrorize the other denizens of the forest.
Other denizens?
Yes. There is
Okay.
wildlife here, just not much. There's little to eat for them.
So how do you all survive down here then?
He points to the upper branches of the tree that they're all kind of hovering around, and you see these weird cocoon-looking things. We grow our food.
Oh. Neat.
Yeah, it looks like maybe they have like insect farms or something.
Yeah. All right. Well, if we see any of these beasts, we'll try and take care of them for you.
He kind of just gives a very almost non-existent nod. And it won't be for us, but you should do it for you. They are relentless hunters, and they are hungry.
Oh, we've run into them before.
Good. Be safe. Try not to come back.
Well, I mean, we'll have to come back probably to go back up, but we won't disturb you. How's that?
The boy and the older man look to each other. The old man gives you a nod. Don't cause any trouble here, and we won't cause you any trouble.
All right.
We have an accord. And he kind of shoulders his bow, and the boy, you can almost see him like breathe a sigh of relief.
Cool, I cast Call Lightning on them. No, I'm kidding.
Fucking die.
I think you
Hold
would
on, let me
probably
make a
slap
deck
you.
save. Let me make a deck save for one of them. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see. Natural 6. All right. Does a 19 beat your DC?
Natural 6.
That's a lot of decks. But yes.
Yeah, they are very, very dexterous.
He still takes half
13.
damage, technically.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Hold on. Do they? Nope, they don't have evasion. All right. Well, they would die instantly.
That is why they have a plus 13 to dex.
Yep. They are proficient in dex saving throws, and they have 20 dex. But they have 2 hit points. So.
Yeah, they dead.
Yeah.
I literally can't roll low enough.
Where's the other 2 dex from then? 6.
Yeah, but your proficiency bonus.
Yeah. So 5 plus 6.
Double it.
Maybe they have. I don't know. They have a plus 13 to dex saving throws.
That's.
You tried it. You try to change it whenever you're making the monsters.
I might have screwed up on that calculation. That might have been me adding their proficiency twice or something.
I mean, they
That's
kind of
probably what it
need
is.
that much dex, so
Well,
I'm not
hold on,
gonna
because it'd be
complain.
6. It's 6 plus 5, right?
11.
Mm-hmm.
Is 11. But they don't
They're
have 6
also-
proficiency. How the fuck did I do this?
Maybe they have tiny traits or something. I mean, I guess.
Oh, they do
would.
have They do have tiny
Yeah.
traits. They do have tiny traits. That's got to be what it is.
I don't know what that gives,
Yeah.
but it would make sense if it.
I'd
gave
have to go
extra
look it up
dex.
again. Yeah, because Rue has really fucking high dex saves as well, like stupid
Mhm.
high. But it's because she's really tiny and dies in like
2
hits.
hits.
Yep. That's probably what it is, but I'll look it up again later. But
I mean, like I said, they need it, so I'm not gonna say take it away, but
yeah, it might just be 11, but still, that's still
really high dex.
17. They're still dead though.
Please don't kill them. They're
I'm,
adorable.
I'm
Please don't
not.
kill my sprites.
I'm not. I'm not.
You've done enough harm.
They're tiny warriors that think they can take us on, man.
I don't know about that.
All right, so I gesture to the direction that they say. They said Haruka went that way.
What did they say about the claw marks?
It was made by a displacer beast.
Awesome.
Well, technically, he didn't say displacer beast. He described it, and it sounded like a displacer beast to me.
Sounds like it.
Eli turns and so Haruka passed through here.
7 hours ago.
I don't know how that works, but okay.
She must have lingered for some time to have passed through here 7 hours ago.
Well, considering the numbers she did on the temple,
What direction?
I point.
Then we march. She just starts walking.
As a note, by the way, she did not cause the snow.
She stops for a second, bends down, scoops up some snow, and crushes it in her palm into like a little ball, basically, and drops it. It must have been the master's doing then.
I guess so.
Or something else. Nonetheless, I believe it's harmless. I hope.
you're not even living. You shouldn't be worrying about that type of thing.
Hey guys, on a good note, we don't have to worry about displacer base because we have a fucking giant colossus of a guardian with us.
I roll to cleave it.
You roll to cleave what?
No, the guardian. Just like I roll to cleave the displacer beast.
Oh. Okay. Do you follow the guardian through, or do you just kind of like leave her to do her own thing?
I follow her.
Okay, sure. Marching through the forest, you quickly realize the scope of the forest itself is absolutely gargantuan and massive. The forest floor, normally what might be treacherous and covered in roots, is actually fairly smooth thanks to the falling snow, effectively creating a blanket. While your travel pace is a little hindered because snow is hard to walk in, other than that, there isn't really any immediate environmental hazard except for the burning cold. Let's see. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-doop. Do any of you have cold resistance?
Does blowing the wind towards our back give us cold resistance?
I would say this isn't resistance, but I will give you advantage on the saving throw because of it.
Hey, I did things.
Does the ring of water walking help any on the snow?
I'll say it makes your footing a little bit easier in the snow.
Okay.
But everyone else is still, slowed down, so like the group's travel pace is still the group's travel pace. It does help you keep your footing a little bit better, though.
Just making sure.
It's technically water.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I need a Constitution saving throw from everyone that does not have actual cold resistance.
Fly should be a ritual.
And you guys are making this with advantage because Rel is redirecting the wind. Jesus, fucking 25 from Zhao. Holy shit. And then I guess I'm going to roll one for... No, because Eli has cold resistance. Okay.
She's a fucking construct, of course.
She's actually...
She's undead.
She's undead and construct.
Yeah, that's what I meant. She's
Yeah.
undead and construct, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, she's basically immune to the cold. Let's see...
It must be
so-
nice to be dead.
Yeah, fucking mood. Alright,
Wow.
so there's... You managed to succeed. Okay, everyone manages to succeed. The cold, while biting, isn't as the Rel redirecting the wind really helps here quite a lot because it's not hitting you in the face. You can all kind of pull up your hoods or whatever else you have, and it's striking you in the back, which is still fucking cold. Like, we're talking, negative 10 Fahrenheit, negative 20 something Celsius, but it's not like you're about to die from the cold levels of cold. And you manage to continue through the forest without much issue. Does somebody want to roll me a d12?
Do I want to? No.
I will.
Last time I did it, I rolled an 11 and a 12. I'm
This is
good.
true, you did.
2.
2. Okay.
I tried to kill the party.
No, you tried to give us experience. Duh.
Duh. I mean, come on.
We've been RPing the last few
continue-
sessions.
You continue through the forest without much issue. There is at one point. Let's see. This would be more than 10 minutes in, but that's okay because you has absurd passive perception, and see invisibility less than an hour, right?
Uh-huh.
Perfect. So yeah, between you and Rel kind of keeping eyes out, you do notice there is a displacer beast at one point that is moving through the forest. However, you all manage to kind of duck down and let it pass. And you quickly see that there are like 6 more displacer beasts following it. They almost seem to be hunting as a pack. And they do pass, however.
Would have been really bad.
It would have been bad. Very, very bad.
Just stand up and shout at them, "Hey, stupid!"
We can take 'em.
Yeah, you can take them. Okay. You do eventually start to see the forest begin to spread out. And at the edge of the forest, you notice the trees. It's really bizarre. The trees just stop and form almost like a perfect line. You've continued in this northwest pattern, and you see now you're probably about 100 feet from the opposite end wall. The entire journey through the forest has taken you the better part of 2 hours. So any spells that you had going are worn off by this point, unless they last more than 2 hours. And you do see a large cave opening on the other side.
Well, there's a cave entrance. Ugh.
God, I would love to get out of this cold, please.
Let's just hope it's not home to more displacer beasts.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, motherfucker. Fine. I cast see invisibility again.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
JK, I can't.
Oof.
Oh, wait, actually. Yes, I can. I will give up. How many sorcery points is that?
I could just ritual and cast detect magic.
Except I won't detect displacer beasts.
It's not a magical invisibility.
No, it's
Nope.
natural.
They're stupid.
Yeah, it's technically a natural invisibility.
I still cast it. I'm just trying to figure out how many sorcery points it's going to cost me.
Okay.
Because I have all my sorcery points, so I know I can create a spell slot.
Make it
3. Cost 3.
Yeah, 3.
So yeah, I cast see invisibility.
Okay. You do not see any displacer beasts around you. You do kind of looking around. You do see the creatures that you met at the beginning of the forest seem to have almost followed you through the forest. And there's just a few of them hovering at the tops of the trees at the very edge. Other than that, you do not see any signs of life or anything like that. In fact, the only signs of life that you've seen throughout your entire time here has been a few birds here and there.
So, into the cave?
Okay.
As a note, I wave bye to the weird denizens.
the one you wave by to just gives you this really brief nod. This one's a woman and looks nothing like the guy you had talked to earlier. Interestingly, she has like wide butterfly wings, and she's a little bit bigger. But as you exit the forest into this other cave, the cave winds for a while. You walk for probably about like 10 minutes, and this cave is virtually identical to the cave that you had been in moments ago. Before the cave ends, you enter a wide open area, fairly spherical in shape or circular in shape, and you find that there is a staircase carved into the base, into the very back end of this room, leading downwards. There are 2 torches on either side of the staircase. Torches isn't the right word. These are stone pillars with braziers on the top of them.
You mean braziers?
Oh my gosh.
Booty
Yeah, totally.
ears.
I wanted to say that.
Oh my
The
gosh.
booty is
It's my joke.
No. Okay. 2 stone bras with with
Over
just,
the shoulder boulder holder.
oh my god.
I'm sorry.
These are special because they're actually just on fire, so you estimate that they're not wearable.
Well, by fire giant.
You could put them
That's
on
true.
your armor and just have them outwards.
Just have this like fire bra that you beat people to death with.
That's right.
Does 1 fire damage. Every time you attack with it, it has a 10% chance to light the enemy on fire. Anyways,
Titty slap.
I'd buy that.
right? You find this staircase, and looking down the staircase, it seems to whine and wind and whine. You're not sure how deep it goes. It is a spiral staircase as well as a note.
I am totally gonna name this episode Brazier.
As you should.
Brazier. Ezekiel just shows up with like a bra over his head, like, hey, hello.
Oh my god, what movie was that? Or was it a TV series?
I don't know. It's probably been in a dozen different things. I think it's. Well, I'll just throw one out. There's probably almost certainly an episode with that in Hey Arnold.
Most likely.
The Guardian kind of peers down the staircase and looks back to all of you.
Is there any other way, or just this way?
No, the room itself is kind of like basically a big dome. There are no your immediate survey of the room basically just gives you there is the staircase with the two flames on either side of it, and that is essentially the entire room. There's no decorations or anything.
Do you guys want to go first?
Oh god. Can I step up and get some coffee?
Yeah, we can take a break. Let's take a break right here.
Okay.
Staircase is a good
I'm
spot.
I need to
Okay.
stretch.
What do you mean the staircase is a good spot?
Staircase is
Oh.
I'm gonna have to cut that out.
Oh.
Welcome back from the break. So as you entered into this room, Yulai looks down the stairs and she looks back to all of you. Do we descend?
Yeah.
Question is, who wants to go first, just in case there's traps?
Not me.
I'll go.
Actually, how about this? Why don't we take a rest here?
We could do so.
I'll be honest. I'm pretty spent.
Eli like plants your sword in the ground and just stands there.
All right.
I mean, I could take a rest. Yeah, sure.
He just shrugs.
It's fucking cold though. Do we have anything to like make it not cold?
We
Oh,
could dig a
hey.
hole.
I have this new thing.
Oh,
I'm going to... Wait, are we taking a short rest or a long rest?
Long rest, I was thinking.
Yeah, okay. I'll ritual cast Tiny Hut.
okay. Spend 10 minutes to kind of set up this large circle, which eventually turns into a wide dome, color of your choice. So you can make it whatever color you want. And within the dome itself, you find it to be fairly warm and toasty.
Jacques, can I get your hand with something first?
Sure, yes, what's up?
Help me dig another hole.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go dig.
Alright, I wanna dig another hole before we take the long rest.
So you dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel, and then when it's done, you dig another tunnel.
Cool. Okay, yeah, Jacques can still do this. He suspend a 4th level slot for it, though.
Okay.
Would you be willing to cast Dispel Magic on the snow again?
I could do that, yes, sure. He dispels magic.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna... I don't know if he's gonna stay around or not.
He doesn't seem to be intent on leaving, but
All right.
he's just kind of sitting there. He's what's going on?
I want to put the egg in the snow that he dispelled.
Oh, okay. Sure. You place the egg in the snow. Well, the snow and the ice, that's been dispelled, and let it sit there.
Going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. It seems to have a similar reaction as to when it was introduced to heat. Though the cold, you can tell, like, it seems to want something even colder than this. But this does seem to satiate it somewhat, a little bit. It's definitely wanting something. Like it's like getting a back scratch on a part that itches, and then the back scratch is gone, and you're like, no, I'm still itchy. It's like that.
I put it into one of the places that Shao didn't dispel.
Okay. Still has the same reaction. Seems to want something even colder. Is it doing anything? Are you hatching it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I want something colder.
I mean, this is like frozen hellscape, so...
Yeah, what is colder than this?
I don't know, maybe a colder frozen hellscape.
Thanks.
Maybe there's like super cold. Maybe there's like ultra ice or something. I don't know.
Ultra ice.
Maybe it wants like a Sonic milkshake.
Sheesh, I want to. Now I want one. Damn it.
Those are really good.
They are really good, but drink one too quickly and your brain stops functioning as it freezes over.
You can drink those quickly? They're so thick I have to wait like 10 minutes before I can get anything out of the straw.
Oh, well, your Sonic sucks.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Oh, okay, you just like the milkshakes, alright.
Maybe it's because of the there's no wind?
I mean, maybe.
So I can control the wind, right?
Yeah.
Can I
Within
make
a
the wind
small
blow
area around.
straight down?
Yeah.
Do that.
It blows straight down onto the egg. Still a similar reaction. It's like this isn't enough. It needs more. It needs more cold.
It's just a needy little bitch.
It's like getting a taste of something and you love it, but it's not enough.
I bury it in the snow.
Okay, you bury it in the snow. Again, same. It's just the same.
What do you want from me?
Cool.
I don't think I can get much gold in this.
I don't think so either. And this is really cold. Like in Mirvanin, they don't like this shit. And he picks up some snow. This shit, we don't see this shit in Mirvanin. It's in Wildspeak, but not like this. And he like waves his hand around the forest. Like, this is crazy.
Hey you, Amalia, can either of you make really cold?
Okay, here's a thought. Think lava cold, but
Lava
maybe there.
Wait a minute.
No,
This conversation is devolving.
Just listen. There might be a magical place in this area that has so cold it's like lava.
But dry ice.
Baseball.
No. Can I do that?
And Rel's gonna turn up to
Oh no.
the pixie fairy things. Hi,
At this point, like they were no longer there.
shit.
They saw you go into the cave, and assumedly they were like, "All right, fuck them, they're gone."
Wait, pixie people.
Pixie people.
Do you start
That's
yelling?
Racist.
Rel, shut the fuck up! Displacer
Yeah.
pieces!
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You have 5 seconds to get in this tiny hut before I
You-
end your meaningless existence.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You yell out, "Pixie people!" You wait for a moment. There's no response.
Okay, get in the tiny hut.
Oh, okay, sure.
Don't forget the egg!
I do keep my head poked out though.
All right, keep your head poked out.
You
Um,
can see out of it. You know that, right?
Yeah, you guys
yeah.
can see out of it. Yeah,
But they can't
is-
see in
Well,
it.
I want them. Yeah, I want them to be able to see me.
Okay.
What, the
um,
displacer beast? No, get your head in here.
Is the tiny hut at the end of the cave or at the beginning of the cave? Because if it's at the end of the cave, you can't see out into the forest.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
would not have put it too close to the entrance because that's asking for something bad to happen.
then I would not be in the tiny hut. I'd be poking my head around the cave.
Okay, so you're like just barely in the cave. Do you yell more or do you just wait?
Well, my see invisibility's still active.
Yep.
I don't see anything.
Mm-mm.
Oh boy.
Oh, that tea is so fucking good. God. Listen, it's like mint and cinnamon, and I put fresh like local honey in it, and this is heaven. But
No,
you
I'm
don't
just
see
gonna.
me.
I'm just gonna wait
Okay.
like 5 minutes or so.
All right, you just wait for like 5 minutes or so. I'll roll for this. Why not? We'll roll like it's an encounter. Okay. Yeah, you wait for like 5 minutes or so, and you do not see any creatures pass by or anything like that.
Hey,
Damn it.
I needed to talk to them.
Displacer beasts. You know they don't want you in their forest, so just go into the tree line. But don't shout.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh my god.
All right, hold on. I can rectify this. Oh no, I can't, because then they can't see me. Zhao, I'm scared. Will you come with me?
Yeah, fuck. Yeah.
Am I watching this thing? Did you?
Yeah,
hit me?
you're all
No.
like next.
This is in
Egg.
character. I'm pointing
Oh,
to the
sorry.
egg.
No. And Rhea like grabs it and like hugs it and is like, oh, and she puts it back in her bag. Right. Need to ask them about lava cold.
Hey, it was the first thing I thought of whenever you said you need the reverse of it. So
No.
You need coal or you need lava, just cold lava.
Fucking Zhao pipes up and goes, wait, I've got it. What's lava cold? It's mint. Mint is just cold spicy. Right?
Yeah, Zhao. Yeah. Rhea just starts walking towards the woods.
Zhao's like following you, but he's like mumbling about how he's correct and mint really is just lava cold.
I mean, it is spicy cold. You're correct. Yep.
But the dragon just really likes mint.
I'm
Do you have any
gonna
mint on you?
I'm gonna send my phoenix out with them.
Okay, your phoenix like perches on Zhao's shoulder, kind of flits around every now and then and looks around. Are you looking through its eyes?
I can do that?
yep.
Yeah, it's a fine familiar, right?
Yeah, I thought that was specific to a certain type of.
No, that's any fine familiar.
Oh, right, I can't talk through it.
No,
Yeah,
you can't
That's
talk
what I
through it
can't
or
do.
cast spells.
that's a warlock thing.
Yeah, that's
Well,
No, you
you
can
are
cast
warlock.
spells through it.
Yeah, you can cast spells through it. They have to be touch range.
what?
Yeah.
Find familiar is amazing. It's one of the best spells in the game.
Hey guys, I have fly.
Nice.
At
You
fourth
could
level.
literally like perch it on Zhao's shoulder, and if shit hit the fan, you could cast fly through the familiar as long as I think you have to be within 100 feet,
Yeah.
and that's it. Which you are.
So stupid.
It's really good. Fantastic.
Hey, shit's hitting the fan. Fly, and then Shao just kind of starts lifting up. What the fuck?
So I was just like, why am I floating? So yeah, you do you walk into the forest itself?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk into the forest and wait there for a moment. Roll me a d12 here.
Oh no.
Have fun.
Well, this is actually a good thing for once.
Okay.
Yeah. You catch sight of some pixies in the upper branches looking down on you.
I have a question that maybe you can answer.
What's your question?
Do you know of any places that are the cold, even for here, like abnormally cold?
We don't know anything like that. This forest is all we know.
Well, I'm talking about like in this forest. Is there any place that's colder than the rest of the forest?
I mean, not really. If there's any kind of water would be colder. But in terms of just the temperature, no. It's all the same.
Is there any water?
There's a couple of frozen lakes, yeah. Might have trouble getting through the ice.
I'm resourceful. Can you put me in the direction of one?
Sure, right there. And they point you kind of, this would be like towards the center of the forest.
Is it within vision range?
No.
Shit.
There's not much within vision range. The trees are pretty like dense.
Okay, thank you.
You see them like whispering to each other at the top of the tree.
I go back to the cave.
Okay.
Hey guys.
What?
Can we take a small detour before we continue on?
We're not going to the lake.
But please.
It's probably not cold enough for what you want it for.
I mean,
A lake isn't gonna be lava cold.
Fucking lava cold, it's killing me every time.
It's quite possibly not going to be that cold as lava. I mean,
You know what we could try to do? We could try to find more. What are they called? The stones. Ether currents? No.
Current
I-
routers.
Current routers. We can try and find a cold base current router. And then you just
that's
use that spell.
Or. No, that would be.
it would have to be something that is this. It would be submerged in, though.
I don't mess around with spells. Maybe there's something that encases something in ice. I don't know.
Mm. Perhaps I.
The lake isn't going to be cold enough, and Yulai wants to destroy Haruka. I have a feeling she's going to go with or without us, and I am very confident in her abilities. However,
She got stuck in a sword last time.
yeah,
So
Haruka
it's-
knows how to deal with Yulai, and I would like to be there to help her.
And I would too. I just.
The point is, I think she's going to go with or without us.
How long are you
And
willing
I
to wait, Eli?
She sits there for a second.
We
I
said a
believe
long
I could
rest.
take her by myself.
Well, you agreed to a long rest, yes?
I could wait here for a few hours.
So, you guys take a long rest. I'll go to the lake.
Are you stupid?
You're the one that said you needed the long rest.
Yeah, some things are more important.
No,
Yes?
it's
It's important to me. And yeah, I realize that probably doesn't carry much weight, but I'm not asking any of you to go with me.
It has nothing to do with going with you or not.
I don't. Okay.
If you hatch this thing and it kills you, what are you gonna? Oh wait, you're gonna be dead, so you're not gonna do anything.
It's
And then
not.
what's the point?
It's not going to kill me.
You really don't know that.
I do know that. I have viewed. I have seen what it views me as. Let's put it that way.
I mean, I'll go if you're going to do it. I don't want to, but I feel like convincing you is a more difficult chore than actually just doing it.
What do you want to do?
Is hitting my head on a wall an option?
Is the wall portable?
No.
Caesar says no. Caesar's just like, does it look portable?
Bitch.
she's gonna do it with or without our help. And we literally just walked past a gang of displacer beasts.
Yeah, and I kind of made a dumb and shouted. So.
Then that's even more reason to not go.
I would hate myself if I didn't try.
You know we have to go back to camp, right? Like we have to come back through here when we're not
Yes.
trying to kill someone who's threatening to probably destroy the entire world.
Yes.
All right.
And
I'll
if
sacrifice the world for a dragon. Let's do it.
I hate to point this out, but if the world ends, therefore hatching that thing, and if the world ends, it doesn't have a safe place to be. It'll be dead too.
Nah, it's fine. Dragon's more important. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Do you venture out into the forest once more?
I guess so. Yeah.
All right. Yulai, once she sees that you're pretty adamant about doing this, she follows you.
She's gonna push you into the lake. Don't say oh.
She just picks you up and dunks you and holds you under.
How's
Awkward.
this for a frozen lake?
Why are you coming with us?
Because you are going to do something dangerous.
Dangerous is fun, isn't it?
I feel like I should be there.
Okay.
She wants
I have come
match
to
your
like you,
stupidity.
at least a little.
Someone tell her about the
Oh,
kobolds.
I understand why. Okay.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's not like she likes her or anything, Baka.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't get it.
Cause Guardian.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What?
It's in her nature to protect.
So she doesn't really like you. Just kind of in her nature.
It's okay, Ren. I understand.
Right. So you begin exiting the cave. Okay, fine. You sit there and the session ends.
No. Yeah, exit the cave.
Okay, great. You leave the cave and enter again into the forest. You do see the pixies still watching you. It is a ways that you travel before finally coming to a small clearing. Go ahead and roll me a d12, one of you.
I rolled last time.
Do it.
Yeah, I already rolled as well.
not.
What?
This is why you don't go shouting in the forest, Ral.
What?
That's a 12.
That was old.
That's old,
Oh.
yeah.
That's old. It's you. No, you do it.
I thought
yeah.
sorry, I tabbed back and
You're fine.
oh.
All you
Yeah, that was
there.
to find the pixie.
Okay, 4. You reach the lake uneventful. Nothing there. It becomes very clear when you do reach the lake as well, as there is a clearing of the trees around it, which is always a nice break. However, the lake itself is fairly large. It's well, let me see how large it is. Yeah, it's about 50 feet across on any side, completely frozen over, and you look and you can't even see through the ice. It's so thick. It is surrounded by what looks like frozen vegetation and a several foot tall layer of snow, though the snow is a little bit less thick around the banks of the lake itself.
All right.
Take it you need to dunk the egg in the water.
Yeah, let's try.
How long does that last? I'm going to cast. I guess I can cast that on 2 people.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it on Zhao and myself.
Cast
Okay.
what?
Fly, sorry.
Okay. You cast fly on Zhao and yourself.
Then I'm gonna pull out a pickaxe with my hexblade stuff and stand on the ice and start chipping at it.
Nice, clever. Okay. And you begin chipping away at the ice. You and Zhao both kind of floating directly. You're not actually even contacting the ice, just kind of floating over it gently.
Does the ring of waterworking work here too?
I'll say it helps you maintain your footing, like kind of like the snow.
Okay.
It makes the ice not difficult terrain for you. Still could be dangerous, but
I was just
not
making
as
sure I
dangerous.
wasn't gonna slip and slide.
Yeah, you don't slip and slide. You actually seem to have fairly good footing on this ice.
I didn't even think about the ice. I just was thinking, like, if we did manage to break the ice, I didn't want to fall in. Because that's some hypothermia we don't need.
Yeah, you helps too. Because she
Okay.
also has an andesite pickaxe.
I like to imagine Relish just standing there on the ice with the egg, like, yep.
Like, yep.
She thinks we're gonna put the egg in the water.
We're just digging her tomb.
Trapping Rel. So you managed to break through the ice, and it takes a while. Roll me a strength check, both Zhao and Amalia separately, to determine how long this takes you.
Would mine be charisma?
Yeah, because Hexblade.
Yee.
Did you hear me when I said I had help?
Son of a bitch!
Takes you the maximum amount of time. What did you say?
Hey!
You?
I said I was helping, dork. You not hear me
I don't. Are you also digging
Yes.
through the ice? Okay, great. So it takes you guys quite a while. The ice, as foretold, is thick and dense, and seems to not give a.
What if
fuck
I
about any of
use?
y'all.
What if I use thaumaturgy to help?
Thaumaturgy can produce a small flame, but if you've ever
Yeah.
tried to melt through a thick sheet of ice, small flames don't cut it. You need something. You need like a blowtorch to melt through ice.
Okay.
Yeah, you need something
thinking,
very
like,
focused.
Okay. All right. I tried.
So, yeah. Sorry. So roll me 2d12s, please.
Okay, I have one.
Oh.
On to the
Oh.
others.
I ain't got the next one.
Great.
Oh.
Oh
It's
no.
just
Okay.
It's just the pixies asking us what we're doing. It's just the pixies
just the
asking
pixies.
us what we're
Bullshit.
It's just the pig. There is no issues here. None at all. No problems. Let me go ahead and
I don't want to die.
give me just a moment.
We're going to die.
I don't think you're gonna die. I mean, dying is a strong word.
7 displacer beams.
Hey, you know what would have been a pro move?
Huh.
Casting Tiny Hut out on the lake where we were digging.
Oh, too late now.
Yeah. I was the one that had the idea to use the pickaxes. I can't do everything.
I mean, you're the one with Tiny Hut.
I didn't want to spend 10 minutes ritual casting Tiny Hut. We weren't
Well,
supposed to both roll natural ones.
It's a 5%
This is true.
chance.
I'm going to place you all out on this map, and then we're going to switch maps here in a second.
Or, okay,
Or,
and hear me out. Hear me out. This is really important, okay? You cannot do that. Yeah. And
So
we could just move on, right?
So we get ambushed and die. Look, it's fine. If we're lucky, it's Haruka, and we get like 2.5 times the experience for her. 2.1, sorry.
It's it might be Haruka.
It's probably not.
There's a good chance that it's Haruka. Let me place you out on this map here. God, y'all are so tiny compared to these. Holy shit.
That's not comforting to hear.
I'm just like, I forget how large these fucking things are sometimes. I'm like, whoa, these are not very tiny. These are
What do
huge.
you mean these? Stop. Please.
Friends like, surprise, you get ambushed by a bunch of rats.
Yeah, these are really big rats.
I think I would be okay with that.
Let's see. Where's Rel's token? There she is.
Hiding so you don't kill me, please.
That would be an accurate description of what's happening right now.
Yeah. Have fun.
I told you that we should have just stayed in the cave.
Oh yeah, Eli should be on the map as well. Ooh, this will be interesting.
Oh yeah, she's here.
Yeah.
Yay, we're not gonna die.
Says you.
Where is Eli?
There's several large creatures. We're all gonna die.
Um,
That go
She's one
invisible
of them.
and
Well, they
have
might be
disadvantage on
displacer.
attacks.
God, Eli's fucking huge as well. She's so big. She's like, I am very large.
she's thick.
Fucking thick token.
I don't think skeletons
Extra
can
thick.
be thick.
God. Also, y'all do not have much health at level 10. I'm just like, whoa, y'all are squishy. All right,
We're level 10.
What?
aren't you? Are you
No.
level 10 or level 8?
No, we're only level 8.
Level 8.
Well, level 8. dude.
Okay, that would be why your health is low for level 10. I was like, wait, hold on, what the?
Friends
Oh
like,
my
I just need to go
God.
back in and adjust some of
Are
these
you trying to-
monsters.
I need to like delete half of the monsters on the page.
Oh God, love. Are you trying to kill us?
No, the dice are though.
These motherfuckers at level 10 are gonna get their ass kicked because their stat growth is horrible.
We're not level 10.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the joke.
Your stat growth's horrible because you're not level 10. I was like, wait a goddamn second, y'all are so squishy. All right, so yeah,
We're
I'm
fucked.
just a fake kind of squishy. I haven't used my abilities yet.
Yeah, we're fucked.
as you're mining away at this ice, you hear a growl, and you like, danger,
Why am I off over here?
because you said you were standing at the edge of the lake.
No. I was standing on the lake.
You are on the lake.
You are on the
You're
lake.
on
I
the,
mean, like,
the edge.
You were
of
standing
the
with everyone
lake.
else.
yeah.
Okay, well, that's not what I heard, but fine. That's fine.
Rel would be standing there staring at the hole, holding the egg.
Okay, that's fine. You all stop digging the hole and turn and look, and you see emerging from the woods several large cat-like creatures, tentacles coming out of their backs, with large pads at the end of each of them. All of these displacer beasts are similar to the one that you had met in the floor above. Large feline-like creatures, and as they take steps, you notice their footprints don't appear in the snow. They seem to almost walk atop it easily. Padding, their haunches raised. They look hungry. And Yulai shouts out, "Get ready!" And I'm gonna need some initiative.
There's so many of
Help!
them.
You got the worst possible roll for this encounter.
Can you give me a yen token, please?
You should be able to just drag yen from your journal onto yourself.
She's trying to kill us.
Yeah, I usually don't put the familiar tokens on the board because it takes a lot of work to do that.
Could you fix that? 'Cause I can't see her.
Yeah, I can. Here you go.
She is so fucking tiny.
There you go.
Thank
Oh, no, zoom in. Thank you.
Let's see.
She's by 59 now.
All right. Oh my gosh, Roll20 is doing some stuff here and some things.
How
Okay,
long
need
does this
roll
last?
initiative.
Oh, I casted fly, so I need to do that. Oh,
Yep. Go ahead and mark yourself if you're concentrating, if you're flying, any of that stuff.
How long would have gone by this point?
This is probably about 10 minutes into you digging.
Yeah, fly would be gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's only 10 minutes.
Oh,
I
shit,
didn't think
okay.
it was gonna take us that long.
Oh, I thought fly lasted an hour. Whoops. Rip.
Normal fly, yeah.
Normal
Maybe.
fly? What do you mean normal fly?
That is
No,
normal fly.
concentration up to 10 minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
We're dead.
Maybe I'm thinking of levitate.
I mean,
Anyways.
fly was gonna be gone in a second anyways. I'm fucking using shadow and oil, man. Fuck this shit.
All right. This is a fucking spooky map looking thing. All right. Let's see.
We did.
Do we have some crazy combat music? I don't have the full combat music suite from Ashwinter in here just yet. I'll make sure to import that. All right. So, sort. As Eli says this, she slams her sword down on the ground, takes a combat pose as everybody prepares and gets ready. One of the displacer beasts immediately just begins leaping forward, and they move very quickly. The snow does not seem to hinder them whatsoever. This guy is gonna go zoop zoop right. Let's see.
That is the wrong guy. There you go. Or, yeah.
I know what I'm doing. Thank you.
Oh, that was somebody else's arrow.
Yeah. It's going to bound right here, lands, skids to a halt, and is going to make 2 attacks with its tentacles against you, Rel. Okay, that is a 9 to hit.
Shot.
That misses.
And a 20 to hit.
Hey, that misses.
Oh, really?
No,
Okay.
no, it hits.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, all right, Rel upgraded her shit. Whoa, what's going on here? That's fine. You're going to take 7 points of 7 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of cold damage.
Cool. I hellish rebuke.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me. It's a dex save, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a failure. Yeah, the thing fails. Oof.
24 lightning damage.
Jesus Christ. Okay. 24 lightning damage back to this thing, and it kind of almost yelps like a dog for a second as it immediately just backs away from you as this arc lightning just shocks it straight through its tentacle.
And I ignore resistances.
Yeah. This one's not resistant to lightning.
So you said -7 and -4?
-7, -4, -11 total if you're not resistant to cold.
All right.
Okay. Another displacer beast darts towards the group here, intent on catching a meal where it can. It's going to land about right here, and it's going to slide up, and it's going to make its attacks against Zhao. So that is a 14 and a 12 to Zhao.
Oh, those both miss.
Okay, gotcha. If it's hit by an attack, yeah. Okay, so that doesn't work against saves. Good to know. And both of those miss. Amalia, you see these displacer beasts running towards you. Zhao manages to bring his shield up and block the tentacle strikes, and it's your action.
Yeah, I'm gonna use shadow and oil.
Okay, you pull out the gem, and this kind of shadow energy just trails out of it. The light grows dim around you, and then swirling around you is these fiery, wispy shadows. Okay, mark yourself as concentrating if you can.
Was it this one? No, it was this one. Holy shit. I opened up all the wrong things. Which color did we use for that? I don't remember.
Orange usually.
Orange.
But it doesn't really matter as long as you know that this means I'm concentrating.
Yeah.
All right, and that's your action. Do you have any bonus actions?
Oh.
Nope, sorry.
But that can't move around.
I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah, I'll put Hexblade's Curse on the one next to Zhao.
Okay, sure.
I forgot about that. It's been a while. And that'll be my
Let's
turn.
see. Okay. Tiny little phoenix feathers begin to sprout from this thing's hide, and light up, seeming to almost shine with like a fiery intensity. Another displacer beast makes its way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and it's homebound. It's gonna get right I don't think it can get within range, actually. It's pretty far away. Oh, I can. Okay. Another Displacer Beast is going to immediately begin bounding towards you, Amalia. It sees the shadows. It almost seems to unhinder it. Does Shadow of Moil cause things around you to be frightened? Or is that just your Awesome stuff?
I think that's just my Awesome stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good to know. It's going to make
just-
2 attacks against you, though.
Alright.
Doesn't it
I
have
think they're-
disadvantage?
I think
It
so.
does, because she is heavily obscured. So,
Yeah.
1 tentacle, 2 tentacle. Ha ha ha. With disadvantage, that is a 9 and a 12 instead of a crit and a 21.
Oh.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Shadow of Foil is broken.
Fucking shout out to Shadows.
Yeah, they both.
Shadows.
Shadows.
Your spooters are above me?
Your spooters are above me. So yeah,
It's-
the twin tentacles slam down into spots where you may have been only moments ago, but the shadowy fucking wisps around you make it super difficult for the Displacer Beast to pin you down, and it seems almost confused for a moment. Zhao.
Well, I guess Zhao's gonna not yeah. Who's looking the most hurt to him?
At the moment, he looks around. Probably going to be Rel.
All
Yeah.
Okay, he's in Shield of Faith.
Okay. On to Rel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's going to attack this one
Okay.
with his mace. Or I guess no, not his mace. He got that new weapon.
Yeah,
It's a new mace.
it's a new mace. Pretty much a mace.
Yeah, y'all commissioned an out-of-sight mace.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
it's still a mace.
It's still a mace.
Okay.
It's just out-of-sight now, so it has the effects of adamantium, and it works against magical barriers.
Okay. I think I spelled that right.
Time for my medicine. Go away, you stupid
Nice.
medication.
Is
Mhm.
it blinded?
No, I don't think any of them are blinded.
What does Shadow of Moil do exactly?
It's just darkness incarnate.
It basically is like a darkness spell that just takes up the space that Amalia is taking right now,
Yeah.
effectively.
Okay.
And if anything hits her, they take damage.
Can you ping it just so I know for future
Tentacles.
reference?
Why is everything that I'm allowed to get tentacle spells?
I don't
Oh
know.
no. Warlocks.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
flame-like shadows.
Yeah.
Within
They're
10
like-
feet of you into darkness.
It could literally be phoenix wings coming out of there. Yeah, sure.
10 feet of you.
Or the phoenix
Oh.
tails.
That's
See,
really
this
weird.
is why I wanted to
I wonder if
read
that was
it.
changed. Hold on. Shadow of Moil. Let me go check
I don't
on.
think I changed it.
Nope, it is 10 feet.
Shadows
Interesting.
turn dim light within 10
Yeah.
feet of you into darkness, and bright
Mhm.
light in the same area to dim light.
But that would just be like a dark vision thing. It wouldn't be
No,
like
that's
the actual darkness spell.
it's pretty much identical. It's just not it's like dark vision could see through it. It's not magical darkness necessarily. It's not like the darkness spell, but it's really similar. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so these things that's why they have disadvantage on you, because you are in
Obscured darkness.
oh fuck, that's annoying. How does that even work now?
Well, 'cause
Anyways,
it
yeah.
causes...
So it's not blinded because these things have dark vision anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, they have dark vision 60 feet. So they're definitely not blinded, it's just dim light
Okay.
for them.
All right.
So dim light means disadvantage on perception and attack rolls.
Okay.
For them.
All right. So then, yeah, Zhao attacks. It's
Okay.
a 14.
That's interesting to know. I thought it only took up the immediate. 14 actually does hit.
Hey. So that's 8 plus. Oh, feels bad. 1.
Okay. 8 plus Well, oh yeah, he has a divine strike now, and it was the one next to Amalia.
Yeah, this one right here.
Okay, that is going to be 9 points of damage to it. He just slams his mace down, and there's this like brief flash of light underneath the mace. Kind of almost dispels the shadows for a second before they immediately rush back in, and the creature takes the damage. It's also this like weird shifting thing that they're doing, where there's like multiple of them occupying the same spot, kind of where they're being kind of displaced. That ends on this particular creature, so it is no longer it no longer has its displacement active.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's the end of Zhao's turn.
Yep.
Okay, another displacer beast rushes forward. It's going to get right here, and it's going to make 2 attacks versus Zhao, though these are at disadvantage because he is within that darkness. Darkness.
Wait, did you change? Okay, so that's not just in my head.
Yeah, there's a little aura around you now.
Okay. I was like, did that
You're the only one
change,
that
or is
can
my
see it
eyesight just
because
fucking up?
we can't.
That's fine. 15 and 7.
Miss.
Nice. Displacer beast. Not hitting. You, it's now your turn.
Oh, yeah.
You is not liking this, so she's gonna get the hell out of dodge.
But you're safe. You're safer
As a note,
here.
everything in this forest is dim light, and the area immediately around Amalia is solid darkness.
Oh, yeah, that is fair. I guess
Mhm.
if she doesn't have dark vision.
I have
She does.
I have devil sight.
Oh, right.
I was just letting y'all know, like, that area isn't just dim light, it's darkness.
Well, even if they did, they have disadvantage on attack until I take damage.
Because you're wearing their skin.
Yep.
Don't
That's
worry, now
fucking metal.
now we all get displacer armor.
Oh, God.
There's what was 7? So 8?
Yeah, there's 8.
How can you like and get some displacer armor?
You is gonna do disengage and move out here.
Okay.
Let's see.
Go back to camp. With 8 pelts of
Listen,
displacer beast
the
armor.
encounter on that 11 was roll 2d4, that many displacer beasts appear. And I rolled 2d4, and it was 2 4s, and I was like, oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
As you runs past this one, she takes out her dagger and stabs at it.
Okay, and it's going to take out its dagger and stab you too.
It can't.
The 7 is a miss.
Yeah.
And it has disadvantage against you, so it's going to take
I
a...
disengaged.
Oh, didn't know you disengaged. My bad. Okay.
Can't hit me.
Yep. It tries to take a swipe, but you've already, like, you've got some evasive footing going on, and it's just not hitting you. Okay. Let's see.
You're a rogue.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what she is. She's like a rogue bard thing. She's like a rogue bard warlock.
Huh?
Rogue Bardlock.
Yeah.
I'm a robocock.
She's a brolock.
Did you just say Robocock?
No. It probably sounded like it.
God. Moving in for the kill, another displacer beast bounds towards the group. It's going to make its attacks. Fucking
We should be so terrified, but darkness.
darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay, it's going to make its attacks against Rel. Disadvantage, and your AC is +2 right now, so...
Yeah, so it's the beat an 18.
11 and 15, both of its attacks actually miss. Displacer beasts, they're losing right now. We're watching the displacer beasts run in from the sidelines. It looks like they're
Hey,
missing all their attacks at the moment.
Love, you
Yeah.
didn't roll for Eli.
Yes, I did. She's at the very bottom of the turn counter.
She is?
Yeah, she has like
Oh,
she
shit.
has like -5 dex. Don't worry about
Oh
it.
god,
She's in the spot that Zhao's supposed to be in.
that's bad.
This displacer beast is going to run towards her
Oh no.
and make 2 attacks against her.
Mistake.
A 15 and a 9. Neither of those hit, and she's going to spend a die to riposte. Whenever it misses, she grabs its tentacle and slams her sword down into its back. So it's going to be with disadvantage because it's displacing. 16 to hit And she gets to roll an extra d8 because of Battlemaster.
Are you sure you didn't mean to roll 3d4s?
I'm quite positive. Wait, where's a d8? Hold on, am I blind? That's a d8, okay. Alright, that's an extra 2 damage. So that is 12 plus 8 plus 2. That is 22 damage. And that's her reaction. That's Displacer Beast's turn. This Displacer Beast is going to begin...
Fighting for kill rights?
No, Displacer Beasts are actually pretty fucking smart. For wild animals, basically. Yeah, okay. This Displacer Beast is going to dash and get about right here. And that is the end of its turn. And this Displacer Beast is going to begin running this way. It's going to dash. Actually, it's not going to dash. It's going to run here. Pretty sure it can reach you. Yep. Okay, and it's going to make 2 attacks against you, Rel.
No.
Well, let me roll for this because it's got 2 targets it can pick from here. It's gonna go for Yulai instead, actually.
You're fine.
7. The 24 hits, I think. Yeah, her AC is not that high. So she's going to take. She's resistant to cold damage. What's half of 5? My brain's not working. 2. Okay.
2.
11 points of damage. And like the tentacle pad like sticks to her, and you can see the like ice forming around the spot where she's been struck. Rel, it is now your turn. Jesus, you rolled low.
Yeah. I rolled a nat 1.
Oof.
So let me double check this. Yeah, this is a pretty shitty spot. Ooh, yeah, that's sexy.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Alright.
take a step back.
You gonna take a step back? Okay.
I'm still within 10 feet.
You are still within 10 feet of all of them. Yes.
Yup.
Yep.
What?
Yep. Okay. You're good.
I cast Storm Sphere.
Okay, where are you casting it? And how wide is it?
It is a 20-foot radius, and I am casting it. Nope, not there. Yep. Right here.
What the fuck? Okay. Holy shit.
You just line them up for.
Actually, yeah. Right here.
Oh my god. Hold
There
on,
goes
we're gonna
some bad.
use some fucking like you need like an Eldritch Monster token for this one. Okay, so remind me again exactly how Storm Sphere works, because I do not see the spell used often.
Okay. So a 20-foot radius sphere of whirling air springs into existence, centered on a point you choose within range. The sphere remains for the spell's duration. Each creature in the sphere, when it appears, or that ends its turn there, must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. The sphere's
Fuck.
space is difficult terrain. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the center of the sphere toward one creature you choose within 60 feet of the center. Make a ranged spell attack. You have advantage on the attack roll if the target is in the sphere. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 lightning damage. Creatures within 30 feet of the sphere have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks made to listen.
Okay. We're gonna roll some strength checks. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strength saving throws. Are they proficient in strength saves? They are not. Okay.
Only them deck saves.
Alright, from the top to the bottom. 14.
That just meets my DC.
Okay. 24. Jesus. 10.
That fails.
10 again. 19. 3 plus 4, 7. Okay, so the 2 in the middle here. Wait, I rolled 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen, sometimes I can't count. That's fine. This one and this one both fail. The rest of them succeed. So 2d6 is 11 points. Oh, you rolled. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do they take half damage on a success?
Nope. They take no damage on a success.
Okay. I was like, damn, this spell's really strong. Oh, okay. Are they not prone?
Nope.
Okay.
But however, I did also make an attack roll with a bonus action after I cast the spell against this one. Right. Oh, I can't ping. Hold on. This one. So that's a 20 to hit.
Okay. You do have disadvantage on the attack roll, so it would just be a straight roll because of displacement.
Oh, okay. Have any of them lost their displacement?
Only
one
of
behind
them.
you.
The one with the red circle on it has lost its displacement.
Okay. Let's see.
You guys have interacted with you enough and seen her armor work enough to know that how displacement works. I'll just read you how this works. A Displacer Beast projects a magical illusion that makes it appear to be standing near its actual location, causing attack rolls against it to have disadvantage. If it is hit by an attack, the trait is disrupted until the end of its next turn. The trait is also disrupted when the Displacer Beast is incapacitated or if it has a speed of 0.
Or a speed of 0. Okay, so
yes.
Difficult terrain wouldn't help.
Correct.
That and...
But a paralyzed would.
Or passing out.
Yeah. Sleep, unconsciousness, etc. Any incapacitation.
Okay, so then that's just a 12 to hit.
12 just misses. They have 13 AC.
Fucking rip.
Big rip. Okay. The attack just arcs off to the side, and you manage to just strike the illusion. And I think that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yin, it's now your turn.
Yeah, Yin's gonna go meet this Displacer Beast and try and stab it.
Okay.
Stabby Rick, stab. Oh.
Oof. Nope. 12 is one under their AC. She lands on it and goes to stab the tentacle and realizes it's an illusory tentacle and is just like, oh shit. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay, it's Yuli's turn. Yuli is just going to do Yuli things. Let's see. She's not missing much health. She is going to make 3 attacks with her greatsword against this Displacer Beast in front of her. Like fucking kitty burgers or something here. Oof, she's rolling low though. 12, 24, and... No, she has disadvantage. So it's 12, 10, and then a 20. So 1 attack hits. This thing takes 20 points of damage, and... oh, it's been hit with an attack already, though.
Yep. It's displaced. So all of them hit.
Rel, what was your attack that you rolled earlier?
12 and a 20.
20 with advantage?
Yeah.
I would allow you to instead use that attack on this Displacer Beast on the very bottom instead. I did not mark that it was no longer displacing.
Oh, then fuck.
And I feel like Rel would have noticed that.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, because Yuli
posted it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so how much damage did that attack do?
It would deal... What? Oh, hold on. That rolled a strength save. Hang on.
Yeah, just roll 46 for me.
Yeah. 46. That is 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage, right. You have elemental Adam. Okay.
Eldritch Slap?
Eldritch Slap. And then, so Yuli lands 1 attack for 20 damage and lands the second attack for 17 damage.
I think something's wrong with my hearing. The 6th time I've heard something wrong.
Listen, today is just today. Don't worry about it because yesterday is tomorrow is today.
What?
I don't know. What? All right, this is a Displacer Beast's turn. It's going to be angry. Does it have to roll another strength save?
Did it end its turn there?
It hasn't ended its turn. Is it at the top or the end of its turn?
It's when it ends.
Oh, okay. So it's not like Spirit Guardians. Got it. It's like the opposite of Spirit Guardians.
I think, right? Let me double check.
Yeah.
You're lucky Zhao doesn't have Spirit Guardians prepared.
Actually, I think he does. I think it's permanently prepared for him.
I don't know if it's permanently, but if not,
if he's a life cleric, it is.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, it's not permanently prepared for him. It's Guardian of Faith that's permanently prepared.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Damn it.
And he gets. What were the level 3 spells for Life Domain?
Revivify and Beacon of Hope.
Beacon of Hope. That's right. I'm thinking of War Domain. Okay.
Good job.
All right. So, Displacer Beast is going to get the fuck out of the like hyper windy, angry storm, confused and wondering what the fuck that shit's all about. And it is going to.
Wait. So we get some attack of opportunities, right?
Amalia, yeah.
Amalia does.
Yep.
So, what's the damage of a pickaxe? Because I never switched out my weapon.
You can switch out your weapon. Remember, it's just an object interaction for you.
Oh, I can just do it whenever. Okay.
Yeah. It's just an object interaction for you. Because making it an action is dumb. This ain't Pathfinder. Even with disadvantage, that hits.
Oh yeah.
Oof. 12 points of damage. Not bad. Okay.
So I don't get an attack of opportunity?
Why would
No?
you? He hasn't left your melee range.
Who?
This Displacer Beast, this
the
right
one
here.
that's
Literally
south.
the one right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. No, he like, gets the fuck out of there. Slides over to the side and is going to make another 2 attacks against you, Rel. Let me change the storm's aura for me because it is overlapping with Amalia's aura, and I can't tell the difference between.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's my fault. Okay, that made it worse. Hold on. I probably shouldn't pick blues.
You probably shouldn't. Click.
I'm gonna pick the dark red. There we go. Much better. All right, now it just looks like ketchup and mustard. He's gonna make 2 attacks against Rel. Both of these at disadvantage. There's a 14 hit your AC.
No.
All right. So yeah, both of the attacks managed to miss. He seems to be having trouble actually striking you, with the extra protection from Zhao and the shadows. Shadows. All right.
Shadows?
Shadows. The hex.
Your shadows are above me.
Your shadows are above me.
Your
Ooh,
shiders,
shit.
shadow spooters
What?
are above me.
So does a 26 hit Zhao?
Yes.
With
Okay.
disadvantage?
Yeah. Okay. Big fucking oof. That's gonna be. It doesn't roll very high though, fortunately. 9 plus 3 cold damage.
12.
So, yep, you're looking at 12 total damage. The second attack is a 12. So, and Amalia, it's now your turn.
I don't even know which one to hit anymore.
Well, this one is still non-displaced, and so is this one. I don't know what the purple one means.
Purple's hex.
That's my Hexblade's curse.
So you go.
And I want to hit the one with the Hexblade's curse, but that is displacing.
True. But the sooner you hit it, the sooner it stops displacing.
Yeah.
They're all kind of like swirling around you. Imagine a pack of wolves that are all kind of like encircling prey and just diving in for an attack and then diving back out really quickly.
So I don't lose the disadvantage just because it's kind of dark in the area?
It's straight rolls for you because you have advantage on all
it
attacks.
is?
Yes,
do?
because you become heavily obscured.
Right,
If I remember.
okay, so then the displacement doesn't really matter to me right now.
Yeah, it's just a straight roll.
Oh, shit. Alright, I'll attack that one then.
Yeah, you specifically. Flame-like shadows wreathe your body until the spell ends, causing you to become heavily obscured to others. And due to unseen attacker rules, that means that you have advantage on all attacks. So, that's a 16 and a 14. Both of those hit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they don't have very high AC. They rely pretty heavily on that displacement. 18 and 15. Jesus fuck.
Why do you get 3 attacks?
No.
Oh,
only roll twice.
okay, right. The C pact, right?
Let's see.
No, the original one was the opportunity attack.
33 points of damage.
What?
Oof, and it is no longer displacing now. As you like ignite the phoenix feathers along its like spine, basically, as you just carve into this thing, it howls and kind of falls against the ice backwards, and then immediately gets back up. Will, I know you've played Monster Hunter World. Spirit, have you ever played Monster Hunter World before?
No.
Okay, so Ara, there's these things move really similarly to I don't know if you fought the Nargacuga, but they're basically just Nargacuga. But if you haven't, they're also really similar to like Odogaron. And then that is the end of your turn, I believe, Amalia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This displacer beast. It's going to. Yeah, it's going to attempt to shove one of you. Let's roll a d4. So I've rolled 3 d4s so far, and every one of them has been a 1 so far, in terms of like targeting. Rel, I'm not. It's gonna try to shove you. I need you to
shove me.
Yeah, it pounces on you.
Okay.
I need you to make me a contested strength check against this thing.
Come out of the darkness.
Let's see.
I want to hit you.
Let me make sure of something before you do that. Yeah, you can do contested strength or contested not just strength, contested acrobatics or athletics. Yeah, thank you.
Whatever their face.
14, just barely a success. You manage to just barely kind of duck underneath it, and it skids past you just a little bit, turning to kind of glower at you. I will say that does put it right here, and Zhao can have an attack of opportunity against it if he chooses.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's gonna fucking slap that thing with his mace.
Okay.
17.
Yes, 17 hits.
5 plus 4.
9 points of damage. Boy Zhao is growing up.
Does it end its turn there?
No, it has another attack or shove or whatever else. Yeah, it'll make a technical attack against you.
Okay.
16?
Misses.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. The ward protects you. It's gonna.
Oh right, Zhao has to make a concentration check.
Okay. Go ahead.
How much damage did he take?
He took like 12 damage or something.
Yeah, so that succeeds.
Yeah, these guys don't do a ton in one hit, just have a lot of attacks and dangers. So yeah, this displacer beast has to end his turn there.
All right, 2d6 damage. He has to make a strength save.
Strength save. That is a 9 plus 4, 13.
Fails. Takes 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
So it doesn't get its displacement back, or it does for half a second, or how does that work?
Nope, they don't get their displacement back for a while.
Yep,
I
like
thought
a
it
long
was
rest.
next turn.
Until the end of its next turn, unless it's hit by another attack.
Okay.
It is.
I wasn't sure because I assumed Zhao's opportunity attack was still during its turn, so I figured it would still get it back.
Yeah, it hadn't ended its turn yet, but it's been hit by another attack. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, these things are not having any luck against y'all. Zhao.
All right. Well, I guess Zhao's feeling bold. He's gonna slap this one.
Okay.
Well, no, he's not.
He like swings towards it and manages to like not even come close to even hitting the illusory part.
Yeah, fuck it, spiritual weapon.
Okay, sure.
It's not concentration.
In particular.
Right.
What does he concentrate on again?
Shield of Faith on Rel.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
The whelp.
We'll use this right here for... yeah, 9 unfortunately also doesn't hit. As the spiritual mace goes and tries to swipe at the displacer piece, it manages to just hit the illusion, and that's it. Jazz is like, fuck these stupid things. Okay. It is now this displacer's turn, and it is, let me do something here. Actually, yeah, I need one of you, any of you, to roll a d12, please.
I can do it.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. I'm supposed to do that at the top of each round, so try to remind me. This displacer beast is going to... Not a big fan of the storm bullshit that's going on over here. He is going to run this way. I think Zhao has his reaction back, so he could take a opportunity attack if he wanted.
Yeah, he's gonna grapple it.
Oh, okay, sure. Go ahead and give that a try.
I don't know how that one goes.
All right.
It rolled a 21.
That's a 23.
Ooh, nice. It is grappled. Hell yeah. Zhao just like catches it by the foot. It's just like, no, motherfucker, you're getting back here. Like, no, he has it by the end of its tentacle and just pulls it down. It like yelps. All right. Okay, so that displacer beast ain't fucking going anywhere. Its speed is 0, so it now stops displacing as well. And it's going to try to make some attacks here. 19?
Against Zhao?
Yeah.
Miss.
Jesus fuck. What's Zhao's AC? 21. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck. What does he have? Oh, because he has... Yeah. Okay, all right. It's now your turn. And this guy ends his turn.
All right, he has to make a strength save.
Fail.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. All right. Yeah. It's now your turn.
Okay, 1 second. You is going to cast Fairy Fire from here back 20.
So...
See where my arrow ends? Right here?
Okay, so you're casting it in that box.
And then back
let's start
20.
here. Alright, so from here...
Yeah, from here.
It's 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah, it's a 20-foot box, cube.
Okay, can you...
I'm holding...
So you would only hit these 3 right here?
Yeah.
Got it.
I couldn't
Dex save on those.
consciously throw it on people.
What's their plus on Dex? It's not very big. Okay. 9.
Does difficult terrain do
7.
anything against dex saves?
This is not difficult terrain for them. So,
The storm makes it difficult terrain.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, difficult terrain gives disadvantage on dex saves. It wouldn't matter anyway. They all just failed.
Okay.
Yep. That's good for pointing that out.
Stop doing that, you stupid thing!
The ice that y'all are standing on is a note. If you do happen to have a make a dex save, this is difficult terrain for y'all. So your movement speed's cut in half, except for no, because you're not flying anymore. That's right.
Yeah.
It's going to be
so
a
these guys are
violet.
fairy fire. I'm gonna put a green thingy on them.
Meaning if they have disadvantage on getting hit, or you have a straight roll if they're...
Yeah. So all attacks against them have advantage. So if they're displacing, it's just a straight roll. Is that the end of your turn?
You realizes that thing might be coming for her, so she's going to run this way.
Okay, kind of like dart off into the
and hide.
trees and hide. Okay, sure. Make a stealth check. 19. Okay, cool. Good to know. All right. It is now this displacer beast's turn. Starts his turn. It is fairy fired. It's going to try to shove Amalia down. It pounces on her. This huge fucking massive cat.
Oh no.
Amalia, make a contested strength, athletics or acrobatics check against it. They rolled a 17.
Oh no. God damn it.
5. Okay, so you are pushed down. You are currently prone.
Was that with disadvantage?
This doesn't have disadvantage because it's a contest. Contests don't have advantage or disadvantage.
Son of a bitch.
And it's going to make attacks, which is just going to be a straight roll. One attack. Does 18 hit your AC?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to take 8 points of damage in total. And I need you to make me a concentration check, please.
Yeah. 8 in total?
Yep. Mm-hmm. It only had 1 attack left after that.
Oh, thank
Nice. Yeah, you maintain concentration on the spell, no problem.
God. The one time I get hit.
This displacer beast. Well, actually, this guy. He shoves you down in attacks. Yeah, he's gonna end his turn in the storm. It's not really smart enough to know that he has to get out of it. He does succeed on the strength save. Does he take damage?
No, he doesn't.
This displacer beast fighting Uli is now like realizing that maybe he done fucked up, and he is. These are wild animals. He's gonna fucking run because he's really hurt.
Bitch ain't going nowhere. He gonna die.
Here comes the argument. Are displacer beasts smart enough to disengage? They have an intelligence of 6.
Are barbarians smart enough to disengage?
I would say mostly. I'll just roll a d4. On evens, it disengages. That's a 3. It's just gonna dash away. And Uli is going to take an attack of opportunity at it. And she's gonna roll a 26. That is 18 points of damage. It turns around and she just grabs it by one of its tentacles, pulls it backwards, and just runs the greatsword straight over its head, and it's just dead. That is a very dead displacer beast.
The one on the other side's like, oh shit.
Yeah, one of the displacer beasts just goes, like, oh no. This displacer beast is looking for. It runs up to the edge of the forest and like kind of pokes its head in. It's
Yen was
looking
gonna take a
for
stab at it?
you. Okay.
6
It
does
is
not-
displacing. Yeah, so doesn't. It's looking for use. It's gonna make a search check here, which is just gonna be a wisdom check for it. And it does not manage to find you. It rolls a 9. It is still looking around. It's like sniffing around the edges of the forest here. It's still going to take a few steps into the forest. This displacer beast is not fucking happy about the fact that there is like.
Oh, my game's frozen. Okay, never mind.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I was like, it's not moving. I don't understand what's happening.
Death. This displacer beast. Yeah, sure. Why not? This displacer beast sees a snack, and it's going to go for it.
AKA Yen.
Yep, Yen. Does not leave the Guardian's range. See, does it leave anybody else's? Nope. Okay. And it's going to make 2 tentacle attacks against Yen. It's going to be a 23 and a 9.
The 9 does not hit, but the 23 does.
Okay, is Yen resistant to cold? I cannot remember.
She is not.
Okay.
Only
gotcha.
necrotic is she's immune to it.
Okay, gotcha. So she's going to take a total of 12 points of damage as one of the tentacles latches onto her.
12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rel, it's now your turn.
Ah, hooray. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at this one. Oh, actually, I get an action. Haha.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Things.
Left.
No. All right, I'm gonna use shocking grasp on this one.
Okay.
I should have advantage on it since fairy fire.
Yeah, and it's not displacing at the moment.
Yep. So that's a 21.
Phew, yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
5 points of damage.
Nice.
And then
Is
bonus
that-
action,
Did that roll
What?
correctly?
2d8.
Oh, it did roll 2d8. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 5 damage.
Okay, gotcha.
And then I will use the bonus action on my storm sphere to call lightning on it.
Okay.
That's 25.
Roll that damage.
You could also probably hit that one too.
Can only hit one.
13.
13 points of damage. This particular displacer beast is starting to look pretty fucking rough. It is not happy at all.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yep, that's my turn.
Lightning strike just the displacer beast falls to the ground for a moment.
I like
before
to imagine like Rel like grabs it with her hand, it's like all electrocuted, and then as she does that, like lightning strikes the tail and they just conjoin in the middle.
Yeah, and it like the lightning strikes the tail, it kind of travels up, and the displacer beast just kind of short circuits for a second, falls on the ground, looks like it is just spasming, and then manages to kind of recover. It gets back up and limps away for a moment, trying to kind of draw some range on you after you just electrocuted it.
That's right.
It is now Yin's turn.
Yeah, Yin's gonna flutter right here. Staying within its range. I think she could still hit it from here. Right. Yeah, we're right here.
Okay.
And she is going to stab this one.
Okay, disadvantage.
Not disadvantage.
Oh, straight roll.
12.
12. Oh, the 12s are killing you. Oh, 13 AC, sorry. Yuli's turn. Yuli finishes with the one in front of her and turns around, takes her greatsword, and she's just gonna do greatsword things. With disadvantage, right? Okay, the first attack hits, so all 3 attacks hit here. Okay, that's 58 points of damage. As she takes her greatsword, and 1, 2, 3 strikes, the displacer beast is thrown several feet backwards. As she doesn't even opt to like carve the displacer beast, she just like pommel strikes it and then knocks it out with the flat of the blade. Not dead, but that displacer beast is not feeling real fucking good. And top of the round, somebody roll me a d12, please.
Okay, I will do it. 10.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Great. This displacer beast is going to it's not displacing. It's having a hard time with life right now. It's going to cycle upwards a little bit. It kind of prowls around you. And it's going to ooh, okay. Well, nope. Another 1 on the D4. I'm sorry, Rel. I'm sorry. It's gonna strike Rel, or try to anyway.
That one displacer beast did damage to me, didn't he?
One of them did, but you rolled a concentration check.
Yeah, but he didn't take tentacle damage.
Oh, good point. Go ahead and roll your tentacle damage.
Where there it is. My tentacle.
10 points of damage. Roll
I'm
for
sorry,
tentacles.
I forgot about that.
You're fine. This one kind of prowls around, tries to take a strike at you, Rel. However, the ward that Zhao has given you manages to again ward off the tentacle.
Okay.
It's right. It's frustrated. It's going to try to grapple you next.
There's so much tentacles going on right
There's
now.
a lot of tentacle right now. There's really just almost too much, but I guess you can't really have too much. Contested grapple check, Rel, please. It rolled at 20.
I can roll in acrobatics.
Yep. It's a grapple.
Oof.
12. Okay, you are now grappled. Your speed is 0. That's all.
Neat.
I have been debating casting the Hunger of Hadar spell.
It's such a good spell.
There's
I had-
so much tentacles.
I had an entire character based around like those spells, like Black Tentacles, Hunger of Hadar, all that other stuff. And it's funny because her name was Adeline. She was like a little goblin girl, and like her whole shtick was she had no idea what any of these spells did. She just knew that if people were trying to hurt her, she would cast the spell and it would kill them. And she's like, oh, okay. She's like feeding an eldritch god the whole time. This displacer beast is Is it going to go for the Zhao?
The
Yeah, Zhao looks
Zhao or
distracted
the
at the moment.
Amalia?
Zhao looks, well, you both look distracted at the moment. It'll roll. Why not? It's going to go for Amalia.
Can you even tell that I look distracted?
You are on the ground, writhing around, trying to get back up after this thing just knocked you down, so.
I'm also a big ball of darkness tentacles.
That is true.
I mean, nah, I'd rather him hit me anyways.
It
but...
is going to try to make 2 attacks against you.
okay
These are straight rolls. So that's a 24 and a 17.
Oh, yeah, because I'm knocked down a 24. No. They both hit.
Okay. Roll me 2 concentration checks, please.
Does he take tentacle damage twice?
Yes, he does.
Well, that's
Oof.
oh, no, he doesn't.
Oof. He takes the first one. The spell completes before it ends. So.
Damn it. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Okay, that's fine. 9 points of damage. You take 20 points of damage in total. And he takes 9 necrotic damage, which he is not resistant to.
Guys, I got bad news.
And Shadow of Moil disappears. Oops, that is not the button I wanted to press.
I got really, really, really bad news.
Okay, that is the end of the Displacer Beast's turn. I don't think it's taken an actual attack. Regains its displacement. And Amalia, it's your turn.
That doesn't count as an attack. Oh no.
No, it's not. It's not an attack. Well, does it say attack or does it say damage? That's a good point.
Shadow of Moil.
Yeah, it has to be hit by an attack. So.
Oh, damn it! It's so specific.
It is.
Standing up just takes half my movement. Yeah.
Yes, half your movement.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Oh boy. Maybe I shouldn't have cast Fly.
Fucking warlocks.
I don't even know.
You got a lot of options here.
Yeah, I took a lot of damage from that last one. I think she would do this.
Okay.
No, because that just gets me closer to Zhao. What does Frightened do again?
Makes you run
it
away.
gives. Well, it doesn't make them run away now. It gives them disadvantage on any attacks against you. Well, it's not just against you. If you frighten all of them, for example, they would all have disadvantage on any attack so long as they have line of sight of you, and they cannot willingly move closer to you.
Yeah.
What you got?
But if I do that, and I hit Zhao and Rel with it...
As long as they're not looking at you. I don't think they should have disadvantage. But that's up to the DM to say.
If you're gonna go for it, go for it.
Yeah, I'll use Necrotic Shroud. She would.
Okay.
She'd panic.
Is that a wisdom save?
Charisma?
Oh.
Maybe? Necrotic
no.
Shroud. Succeed on a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay, these things fucking suck at charisma, so.
Oh yeah.
And it's anything around you, right?
10 feet.
Rel and Zhao both roll me a charisma save, please.
The only times I've ever used this and it has hindered most of the group.
One. Okay, that's a fail. That is a 18 minus 1, so that is a 17. I think that succeeds. That's a definite fail. That is a 0. That is a... Oh no, that's a 2. So that would be a 1. So yeah, all of them except for the one you have Hex actually have failed.
Damn it.
So they are all considered frightened. As you get up, you kind of panic for a second, and when you do so, the adrenaline flares in your blood. You feel your heart rate spike up, and all of a sudden, these 2 massive skeletal wings just burst out of your back. Dark phoenix feathers kind of fall to the ground around you, and this almost like it's like a horrifying scream almost just echoes out around, and the displacer beasts all seem to waver for a moment. One of them kind of immediately goes back on the offensive, but the others are now like visibly fucking terrified of you. I'm gonna mark them all just with a no sign because they're all fucking noping out of there. And that's okay. That's all within 10 feet.
I think Zhao's fine, but I don't think Rel's is unless she has advantage.
What's your spell DC?
15.
Okay, yeah. Rel, you are considered frightened of Amalia.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna. All right. And that will end your turn, I believe, Amalia, or.
Yeah, I don't have any more bonus actions.
Great. Okay. This displacer beast's turn. It is frightened. It is in the middle of a storm sphere. It is not able to project its displacement. It's not having a fucking good time.
And it has advantage on attack. It gets it.
Yeah, it doesn't know anything
Fairy
about fairy fire though.
It's just glowing weirdly, and it's terrified.
Yeah, it's like, why am I glowing? There's storms. These people are doing weird shit. This is not worth my time. And it is going to attempt to flee. Again, we'll do the evens is a disengage. It's going to disengage and run 40 feet. Okay. And it is fucking booking it. It's out of there. It's not been attacked, so it does gain its displacement back. Zhao.
I guess Zhao's gonna smack the one he's got grappled.
Okay, sure, yeah. Advantage on the attack.
Um, 18.
18, yeah, that definitely hits.
6 plus 3.
All right, 9 points of damage. He smacks it. Little radiant light. He's like, oh yeah. Fuck you.
And the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Is gonna hit the one he gets grappled.
Okay, moves over.
And that's Spirit Guardian, so spiritual weapon.
That's gonna hit.
All right. 4 points force damage.
4 points of force damage. It is still looking like it's capable of fighting. It's definitely not in dead shape, but it's not doing well either. That's the end of Zhao's turn. This displacer beast that he has grappled is like, to hell with all of this shit. It's going to try to get out of the grapple. Any day contested. In this case, he has to roll athletics or strength, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's going to roll against him.
Oof.
It rolled a 24. It is
that's
out
expensive.
of, yeah, that's a crit. It is fucking out of that grapple. And it is not smart enough to know anything about all this shit. All it knows is it sees big scary lady and angry storm and death. And it is fucking booking it out of there. That is its action, so it can't disengage or dash.
Zhao gets an attack of opportunity.
Yep, he will.
He's gonna grapple it.
Okay. Contest again. Okay, it's gonna roll 15.
No.
It's fucking booking it. It's gone. It's not gone, but it's at the edge of the forest now. It's now your turn. You are currently hidden from everything.
Yeah, you's gonna pretty much bum rush this thing and take out both of her daggers and stab at it.
Okay, you like come out from behind the tree and really rapidly just make 2 quick attacks with your daggers. The first one misses, however, the second one definitely hits. And yeah, you would get sneak attack, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. 8 points of damage. Damage.
Damage.
Damage.
Damage. All right, it's the other 3 displacer beasts' turn. They are not particularly pleased. Storm Sphere is not okay, and Amalia is like big scary fire shadow skeletal lady. Yeah, it fails its wisdom save as well. And it doesn't disengage, it's just gonna dash away, so Amalia and Rel could both get attacks of opportunity.
Yeah. Where? Aw. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
I was scrolled up to when I rolled a 5.
Oh. 13?
Well,
Not well, Rel.
I can't really, like... Fuck it.
13 hits.
Hey.
6 points of damage. Definitely not a waste. As they all kind of flee for a moment. Not pretty clearly fucking terrified. How long does the fear last? Is it till the end of their next turn, or I will let you figure that out while I do this one's turn. Because this one ain't having none of you shit. I need a acrobatics or an athletics check from you, please.
Okay. This is attack roll.
No, this is not an attack roll.
Okay.
This is a grapple.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
18.
Okay, you manage to succeed. One of the tentacles like tries to wrap around you, and you like slip underneath the tentacle basically, and it does not manage to lasso you. The other one comes around and it's going to make an attack roll against you. I believe it has disadvantage. Okay, because you are displacing, and the attack manages to just swing straight past you, does not hit you. The displacer beast is a little bit confused at you having a displacement. It's a little, it almost hesitates to attack you at one point. Like, wait a minute, is this a displacer beast? Am I killing a kitten right now?
Am I killing a kitten right now?
The other displacer beast sees Yulai, Yin, and you over here. Sees Rel and the rest. Sees the other displacers running and is like, the fuck? I'm gonna give it a wisdom save real quick. Which it fails. Okay, well, alright. It's gonna attack Yulai. Tentacle. 18 and 11. The 11 misses. Yulai's gonna riposte that because of course she is. Because Battle Master is fucking silly. Adds 2 to the attack. She takes 11 damage and fucking halves this thing or something.
Until the end of
13 points of
my
damage
next
from
turn.
her. To the end of your next turn. Okay, got it. Okay, this displacer beast is finally hurt. She takes 11 points of damage. And then Rel, it's now your turn.
All right. I'm gonna. Is the green fairy fire?
Yes, green is fairy fired.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna shocking grasp this one right next to me,
Okay.
and bonus action lightning bolt this one up here.
That will
Oh, nice. Okay.
be a straight roll. Like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so shocking grasp on.
Yep, go for it.
Actually, no. If I
Okay.
bolt this one, do I have disadvantage?
You have a straight
It's
roll.
been a fucking minute since I looked at the range rules. I'm gonna say no for now.
Okay.
Well, I'll revisit them later.
Okay, then I'm gonna actually bolt this one.
Okay, that's fine.
And then use my bonus action to shoot another lightning bolt.
Okay.
Bolt.
Wouldn't it just be a straight roll anyways?
Yeah, it would be a straight roll. So,
Oh yeah.
10 does not hit.
17.
17 definitely hits. Roll that damage.
That is 14 points of damage.
14 points. Fuck your lightning adept. Okay. That displacer beast is looking really, really, really rough, and he's also no longer displacing. Okay, Rel. And that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Great. Yen, it's now your turn.
Yeah, Ian's gonna stabby this one.
Stab your rip, stab, stab.
Or attempt to.
Okay.
Nope. Well.
Nope.
Yeah, nope.
Nope.
Well,
Unfortunately.
unless the flanking rules apply.
Are we using flanking in this one?
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I think we are.
We are.
Yeah. So it would have
No,
advantage.
there.
Yeah. We're using
Make-
flanking rules.
Okay, make
So
a
5
con-
points of damage and
and
a
make
con
a-
save. That's a 16 plus whatever their con is. Their con is +3, so that is a 19.
It's
Yeah. It does take 5 points of damage, and it looks really fucking hurt. It's on its last legs.
I just got
Legs
poked in the
doesn't have
butt. What did I get in the poke in the butt?
They have 6 legs. Yeah, like Yen just lands on it and just like scorpion stabs it right in the ass, and it just yowls from him.
It's okay, Will. I got it.
I got it. I got it. Yeah, Eli's just gonna fuck up these guys. 3 attacks with her great sword. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, me too. This one is a straight roll, which means it actually misses. This one is a straight roll, which hits for 30 damage.
Ouch.
Fuck. And then this one is another 15 points of damage. And this one is no longer displacing. Whoops. And this one is fucking dead. She's fucking like does this swirling motion with her great sword and manages to land 1 attack on each of them. Top of the round, somebody roll me a d12.
I think it's Rel's turn.
Alright, I'll do it. 1d12. 4.
Oh, you are so fucking lucky. Okay.
Why?
Because there's probably something
Don't worry
bigger in this forest.
There's always a bigger fish. All right, displacer beasts. There are still several displacer beasts actively threatening you at the moment. This one is not one of them. It is fucking dip setting. It is very scared.
Zoop zoop.
It is not disengaging because it's got like tiny brain, like me. And Rel, Amalia, and Zhao would all be able to get an attack of the opportunity if they have their reaction.
Alright, Zhao's gonna grapple it.
Okay.
I
Get back here, you little bitch.
21.
Yeah, I don't have mine.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't have mine either. Zhao's the other one.
Displacer-
No, you did. Your turn
Not-
happened after.
Oh, yeah, I did. You're right.
Okay, it's grappled.
It's grappled. Aw, yeah. I guess I'm gonna stab it with a dagger.
Sure. Okay.
Stab.
The hits.
You don't give a fuck about frightened. You've got
To be fair, I don't. Are you in my line of sight?
Yeah,
I'm
she's in your.
right
She's
beside
right next to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
Right
and she's not
beside
heavily obscured anymore. So
Yeah.
basically, as long as you can see her, it's not if you do currently see her. It's if you can see her, you have disadvantage.
so
But-
what if I close my eyes?
Then you
It's
have
not really-
disadvantage because you
It's-
can't see anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's
What
true.
if I just don't look at her then?
Like I said, it's not about if you are currently looking at her. It's if you have the ability to see her right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. That's kind of how frightened works. Otherwise, you have to like avoid looking at her and stuff like that, and it gives you disadvantage anyways, etc.
Okay.
So, that still hits though. So 6 points of damage to the displacer beast. It is on its last legs. It is heavily injured. And this displacer beast, it is not frightened. However, it does see all of its pack like fleeing now, and it's several are dead. It's very worried and that's a D4 on the ground. I'm gonna die if I step on that. So find that.
Please pick it up. I don't want to step on it. Make sure not to roll
It's not
over
like
it.
it's a Lego piece or anything.
D4s are basically little caltrops. Come on.
Please
Truth.
don't roll over it.
D4s are the triangle ones, right?
Yeah, they're the triangle
Oh
ones.
god, yeah. Pick
Yeah.
it up.
Where the fuck is it?
I don't know.
Oh, it went behind my desk. I'm gonna have to go get it later.
Just like move your foot around and find it that way.
I tried. It went like all the way under my desk and shit. All right, where's a different D4? Goddamn.
Do you need one from my bag?
No, I got one.
Okay.
This displacer beast is fairly intelligent, and it is like,
This is not good.
yeah, it is. It's a I don't want to be here if no one else is here kind of thing. It does disengage.
Baby, come back. I just want the health points now.
Well, you could attack.
No,
I
it's
can't. It
disengaged.
hasn't been my turn.
All right, Amalia, it's
too.
now your turn.
You fuck that shit. Dude, get back here. I'm gonna pull out my longbow.
Okay.
And keep in mind the fear ends this turn. After her turn.
Yeah, but they're all running anyways. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
they're
they
running
might get
just
the balls
because
to
they're
come
scared
back.
of me.
Maybe.
But my health points.
We'll see. What you doing?
Taking them away.
What you doing?
Oh shit, there's still one up there. We've only killed 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh, 3.
You've killed 3
1,
of
2,
them.
3, 4, 5. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Big Bad and Bossy over here is one killing him.
Yeah, she's killed 2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Mostly because they're attacking her and missing, and Riposte is a ridiculous ability.
I don't even know.
This one is looking bad, and I think, which other one's looking bad? Pull out your bows.
Currently, all of them are bloodied.
You could attack this one, you'd get advantage. With a bow. Because it's very fired. This one's a straight roll, and this one is your hex. But this one is heavily damaged.
Oh, not all of them are bloodied. The one at the very top, the northernmost, if you will, is
This
not
one?
bloodied. The rest of them are bloodied. No, this one up here.
Oh.
That one's not bloody. The rest of them are all pretty fucking hurt. Which is fine. There's been a lot of split damage here.
Yeah. We're really good at splitting the damage, but you guys are the one that's been killing most of them.
Hi, I do AoE.
Yeah.
Hi, I do supporty stabby
All my
things.
damage is split because it's gonna be all them cut in half in a minute.
I'll fire at that one.
Okay,
My
sure.
soul.
Yeah, I hurt my own soul usually.
Oh no.
Wow, that is a crit
That is a
because
crit.
it's not displacing and you have advantage.
Uh-huh.
That's a crit.
Very fire, bitch.
Holy shit!
And is that within range? Well, first off, is it dead?
Yes. Yep.
Ah.
One arrow flies from the bow, and as it's running, it manages to catch it just right in the spine, just the right way, and it just crumbles to the ground.
Holy shit. Okay. That'll be my turn.
Okay, sure.
That advantage.
July just shouts out, "Nice kill!"
Yeah.
Displacer beast. This one. Okay, that is the end of the frighten.
Yeah, that's where
Okay.
my frighten ends.
Gotcha.
See if they get the balls to come back.
We will see.
I just killed another one of them. They don't.
You never know.
This one.
That also means yours is gone too.
Nope, this one's fucking out of here. It is dashing.
Yep.
It is gone. Joe.
I was just gonna beat the shit out of the one he has fucking grappled, I guess.
He's got one of the tentacles, and he whenever you're trying to loop a rope around your hand, how you turn your hand several times and loop the rope under and then over and over and under. He's doing that with a tentacle, just drawing it in right now.
That's a straight roll, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 10.
And he can also move his spiritual weapon.
Yeah, and he's gonna move his spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And he's gonna make
It's
an
not
attack
a
with
straight roll. Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's a straight roll.
Okay.
17 hits. This guy's pretty hurt.
4 points force damage.
How much? Oh, 4. It didn't load for me. Okay. Still standing, not dead. Probably wishes he was. Alright. This displacer beast. Wisdom save. Higher DC because now even more of its friends are gone. This guy's fucking dumb. He, like, turns around and prowls at the edge of the forest for a minute before looping back and immediately coming back to the fight.
I told you.
Not real smart. Going to immediately run back in at the promise of potential kill here.
Food.
1, 2, 3, D4.
Though by that logic, they could just eat the fallen
It's gonna hit
brethren.
Zhao this time. This time it's going to try to. Yeah, it's gonna pounce on Zhao. So give me a contested grapple check. Can be acrobatics or athletics.
Oof.
Okay, that's a failure. Zhao is knocked prone. It's going to take a tentacle attack against him for 23. That's not. Let's see. There we go. Prone. And he is going to take just 10 points of damage. It rolled really low.
Alright.
As it like gets on top of him, just snarling. It's now your turn.
Yeah, he was gonna go behind their displacer beast.
Okay.
And try to stabby Rick stab.
Tell you like Naruto run behind it.
Yep.
Yeah, you do have advantage because it is engaged currently.
I think the top one's the only one to hit.
Oh, it's also got fire.
Yep.
The 13 hits as well.
Oh, does? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, and
Let's see, 12 and 17 damage. Not bad. That one is still standing. Looking rough, still standing. It was never frightened to begin with. However, morale is starting to get a little bit low. I'm going to give it a wisdom. I'm going to give it like a morale save here. Hey, big dumb boy, though, and he's going to keep fighting.
I think the majority of them are big dumb boy.
Yeah, I mean, 6 intelligence isn't a whole lot. Like, it's good for an animal, but it's not a lot. It's going to try to catch Yin because this is what it would do.
I've seen barbarians do worse things than this, and they have at least an intelligence of 8.
That's fair. For reference, great apes have an intelligence of 6, so they're about as smart as a gorilla, which is fairly intelligent, really, for an animal. Yin needs to make either an acrobatics or an athletics check, if she's proficient in either one of those.
Neither, but dex or strength?
Yeah, dex or strength.
13.
Okay, she managed to not get grabbed, and then it swats at her with the tentacle. 25 to hit on the attack, and that is going to be 15 points of damage. Rel, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna shocking grasp this one in front of me.
Okay.
So that is a 13.
Okay, 13 hits.
Nice. 7 points of lightning damage. Bonus
Okay.
action.
Still alive.
Storm Sphere.
All right.
On the same one. This one right here.
Gotcha.
Um.
Oh god, okay, yeah. I have a feeling this thing's about to not be alive.
86. So that is 28 points of damage.
Shit.
Jesus.
That is the highest, that's the highest attack. Oh no, Eli had a 30, but she doesn't count. Highest attack so far.
Thought Amalia beat me.
Did Amalia beat you? She rolled a 22.
I've done quite a bit.
I think one
I'm
was
talking about it
57
this
damage at one point.
I'm talking about in this fight.
Oh, yeah, in
Oh,
this
oh.
fight, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in
yeah.
general, I think I've done like close upwards of like 40 damage in a turn.
Yeah, I think you had over 50 on Bellicad Soul, if I remember.
Bronze one.
Yeah.
Or yeah, it was the bronze one. That's right. Anyway, 28 points of damage. How do you want to murder this fucking displacer beast? Because it is entangled. So here, let's paint a picture real quick. There is a displacer beast on top of Zhao, knocked him to the ground, and now has a tentacle attached to like the side of his face, and ice is just collecting over his eye and everything. He has one of his hands, his shield arm, Around that, wrapped around it, is a tentacle that he is desperately holding on to as the displacer beast attempts to unravel itself from his grasp. You reach out and grab it. And how does this thing die?
Alright, so Rel, as she reaches out to grab it, shall it go? And she grabs it by the throat and shocks it.
Mm-hmm.
As she takes the other hand and like commands the lightning to strike out of the storm, and it like arcs over and like hits one of its tentacles, like connecting with her hand and just like arcing down its body.
Form a fucking electrical circuit with its body.
Yep.
So yeah, Zhao lets it go with like this huge, and you grab it by the throat. Just get up underneath, kind of inside of its reach. Grab it by the throat and start an electrical charge right there, and take your other hand and kind of swoop it back behind you and arch it over your head, and this arc of lightning strikes the tentacle that Zhao lets go of, and then it just dies in your arms as you electrocute it with like 1 billion watts of energy. All right, that is a dead fucking displacer beast. It had like 4 health. I was like, okay, sure.
At least you didn't say its head explodes.
No, electricity doesn't make people explode. It just makes your blood boil until you die. Yin.
Yin's gonna stabby and got advantage. Con save.
That is, yeah, all right. Natural 13 plus 3, so 16.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. 4 points of piercing damage though. It doesn't get its displacement back. It is really hurt and starting to be a little concerned with life. And Yuli's turn is coming up. And this thing's about to die. Yuli is going to grapple it. So that is a athletics check of 21. Displacer beast it rolls a 7 because it just got stabbed in like the side by this little miniature pseudo dragon thing.
And me stabbing it in the ass.
Yuli palms it by the spine and pulls it backwards and just runs her greatsword straight down its spine for 27 points of damage instead.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Another displacer beast notices all of its friends are dead. It gets the fuck out of here. It's like, no. Also, I need another D12, please.
Okay, got it.
Okay. As this one kind of is like yowling off to the side, kind of concerned almost, watching its pack die or flee, it seems to almost be trying to get the last one alive to run. And you hear a quick rumble. One second here. Where's the thing at? Oh, I'm in the wrong fucking... I'm in the named NPCs thingy.
Good job.
Yeah. You hear a rumble as... 1, 2, 3... How many targets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including all of you. That's perfect. That's a D8. Okay, that's going to be the displacer beast. You see something start to peek out of the forest behind the displacer beast, and you watch the ground rupture and something emerge from beneath the displacer beast itself. And you watch all of the land and the trees just break around it, and the displacer beast tries to jump, but this large, weird orange tentacle shoots up out of the ground and just sucks it underneath, and then the ground closes. And this guy's dead. I don't know if you gain health when he dies by other people. Or other.
It is. I can look that up here.
Okay, that's fine. It is dead for what that's worth. And
if the cursed
Amalia,
target dies, you regain hit points. Okay.
So you feel its essence fade, and you regain a hit points.
8 plus 4? Yeah, 8 plus 4. 12. Yay. I need more charisma.
Okay. Amalia, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna switch back to my greatsword, and I'm not gonna talk about what just happened.
Okay.
I got my health back. That's all I wanted.
Great.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Both of those hit. Okay. And this guy is looking pretty fucking hurt. Is that the end of your turn?
No, it's not. He takes
Okay.
more damage.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that is enough to kill him.
Yes.
You two great sword slashes just kind of twirling it around, and the displacer beast right next to you falls over, just dead, bloody, unhappy with life. Well, unhappy
Not
with death.
anymore.
And
That won't last long.
yeah, right. And you look around in the area, and you do not see any other displacer beasts present.
So, how far could that other displacer beast get in 11 minutes?
A ridiculous amount. They have 80. They can move 80 per turn. So in 11 minutes, they could. That's 10 rounds of combat per minute. So it's 110. That's 8,800 feet. They could. It could be more than a mile away by now.
Damn it. I was debating ritual casting Phantom Steed and chasing after it.
I mean, you could try. They're pretty quick though, and the trees around here are pretty dense.
Yeah, you'd have to track it as well, and it doesn't leave footprints.
Oh, it doesn't leave footprints.
I would just have to go in the direction that it left in, and that's unreliable.
Yeah. So you're more than welcome to try.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I really wanna, but
Are we gonna
Run
talk
would kill
about
me.
the tentacle that just came up out of the ground?
nope. I can make tentacles come out of the ground.
I don't think it swallows people whole like that. Or
I don't know.
things.
I've never used it before.
Yeah, let's use it another time.
Yuli is just like looking around, like, be cautious.
Nah, we're fine.
I don't think we're fine. There's a big
Rin
ass
hasn't
tentacle.
officially said that combat is over, so we're probably not fine.
I don't know.
There quite possibly might be a tentacle monster around here, so I don't feel like being sorrowful.
No, there's several tentacle monsters. Have you seen Amalia? And also all the things that we've just killed?
I'm not a tentacle monster.
I saw the shadow fire tentacles spewing off of you when that thing hits you.
That's magic. That's
Okay,
not
but that's-
me.
Magic tentacles are still tentacles.
I point to like my
Technically-
necrotic phoenix feather wings. This is me.
And it's very scary.
I'm sorry. I know. I was scared. I panicked.
I mean, that's fine. Like, that's your... it worked. Look, they fucking tried to run. And then they got eaten by something. Can we... What was that, though? Like, is it... Hello?
I'm
Hopefully-
scared to find out what it was gonna do to us.
At least it took the displacer beast, and hopefully it's satisfied with that.
Yeah, see, it has food. We should be good for.
Short time,
I mean,
depending
it
how
could be
big it
5
is.
days. It could be 5 minutes. I don't know. Look, tentacles aren't normally my thing. I don't control the tentacles. They just do whatever they want.
So wait, you just have, like, sentient tentacles.
I probably shouldn't have told you that, but yeah. Yes, I think they're sentient.
Am I the only normal person in this, like, fucking freaky place?
No.
I just do drugs and heal people.
Uh,
Like, she's over here, like, fucking summoning lightning and, like, trying to sacrifice entire, like, fucking tribes of kobolds. You're summoning tentacles with phoenixes and bullshit. You're over there. You're fucking ooze. And he points to Yuli. I don't know what you are.
she's an undead construct.
With feelings, Shao.
A few moments pass, and Yuli is still, like, she's just ignoring the rest of you. She's just looking around, and you hear another rumble.
Can I tell where the rumble's coming from?
Yes, you all kind of look in the same general direction where the displacer beast was a moment ago, and you see the snow rise up as if something's burrowing underneath it. And it seems to be headed towards the lake.
You is going to press the digitation. Loud. What can this do? I know I can make some noises.
You hear a weird sound. It's like an echoey click. It seems to almost echo off of everything around you. Very high pitched, and it happens really quickly. And then you see the snow break. And underneath it, you see a blue carapace of something long and insect-like. Its face rises out as its body uncurls from beneath the snow, a giant serpent or worm or millipede, perhaps, with orange spikes down its body, all lit up white hot. You can see the heat radiating off this thing. It melts the snow around it, and it presents to you a massive insectoid face with two huge glassy eyes, antennas sprouting off of every part of its face, and a mouth big enough to swallow one of you completely whole, or perhaps a displacer beast. As it unfurls to its full size, you realize that this thing is gargantuan, and most of it is probably still buried underneath the snow. It takes a look at you. You hear another loud click as several of its antennae chirp together, and then it roars. And that's where we're gonna call the session for the night.
Okay.
No.
Do you want to make a note of how many things we killed and wait until next session to add up the XP, or?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Assuming that we have to fight this.
We're going to
Assuming that you have to fight it.
Well, that's I'm assuming that. That's why I was asking that.
You could potentially run away from it. It's up to y'all how we do the XP. Also, I will post a picture of it in what lies below.
It's pretty scary from what I can see.
It's pretty fucking terrifying. These things are scary as fuck. I love them though. They're really cool monsters.
I mean, I don't want to run away from it because experience, but...
This is true.
Because where... Oh no, we did just hit